What will come of this? Who knows? Is it stupid? Yes, it's dumb as shit.
But was he commenting on that to get her attention? To like get somebody's attention?
I can infer that that was what he was doing.
Oh, that's such a good word.
But we do have some topics though. I mean, outside of that.
It's a nigga listening to this like, nigga, I'll just send you $1. Like,
DJ Hed, I've seen him before.
In person?
No.
Am I generalizing or stereotyping?
You're doing both at the same time in a beautiful fashion, but
like I think he would have been safe, but you have to go. Hey, he frying this bitch up right now.
Yeah, nah.
God damn.
Every white woman needs a Prince Charming, and Myron comes to save the day.
How hard do you think it is to have a podcast?
No. I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me, because I'm the only on here. So.
And that's just in terms of like the theatrics, and I know you love that, AJ. You gotta agree to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like Mark fucked up a good moment.
He want to lay with him.
Right? He did say that.
I did say that.
He would like to.
That's my vice.
That's his vice. He's trying to, you know.
He's in the bit. I forgot.
Right.
AJ be doing impressions now.
Yeah. I never did that on shrooms.
You haven't cried on shrooms?
You never cried on shrooms?
Nah, I'm a real nigga.
Bro, you need therapy or something.
There's only one Forrest Gump. Some dude that can just be like, oh man, I just want to do this. Yeah. And it all works out.
Mama say, Mama sigh, Mama Maku sigh, people. Welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom University Podcast. You see, pod, about your favorite pod. I'm your classmate, Tone Group.
Jay Noblez.
AJ the Menace.
At Mac on the boards.
That's me.
Loren in
serving a bid.
Russia, doing better things. But we are back. Like the video, share, subscribe, do what y'all do best. Appreciate all the support y'all been doing, showing. Comment down below your hashtag office hours partner at the end of the show. Get to answer your questions, comments, concerns. And check out the $5 Patreon. Today, y'all will be seeing maybe 30 minutes of it.
It's still undecided.
It's still in the air. We'll see.
You probably shouldn't have even said it. They probably already saw it.
Well, we can give them the intro. I always figure we'd do the intro for it now, just in case that becomes a thing.
Okay.
Hey, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Today's show is going to be...
Sorry. Essentially, we're apologizing. We're about to apologize
early. You know, this is not a typical Homeroom University show. This is going to be kind of like just a homeroom show. Not a Homeroom University show.
Yeah, no university.
There's no university. This is just homeroom. This is the original concept where we was like, we just need something to get together so we could just do shit to.
We needed a reason for us three to be here.
That was pretty much it. That was, the university was just for marketing purposes. You know what I'm saying?
I mean?
But
somebody else already had that.
Yeah, this is going to be a homeroom episode for sure because we're going to be not well researched, so it'd be wrong to put the university on it.
Yeah.
There was a comment last week under the DJ Hed video, and it literally said that I think I've heard this twice. We're intelligent bullies. That's what we've been described as twice so far.
Intelligent bullies. Who we was talking about? DJ Hed.
DJ Hed and Maul's conversation or debate.
Intelligent bullies.
I've seen it twice now.
I think that's a weird way of saying we get fair criticism.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you flip it on its inverse, we can manipulate it for our good.
Yeah. And I was like,
something about that sounds manipulative and like kind of feminine.
Or gaslighting?
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like every time
that.
I talk to you, you're just gonna make me feel stupid. You know, like that type of
Yo, I just got told that yesterday.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, you get me. But it's like what?
Yeah, because I was
it's
like,
better than being called like a pseudo intellectual, you know.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
I'm surprised they even call you an intellectual, nigga.
Right. I feel like we got the intellectuals.
Yeah.
Intelligent bullies.
Yo,
Sounds
that's
like
a dangerous combination. We Lex Luthor.
I'm not mad at that.
It's all
Joker.
supervillains.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah, the Joker, you know what I'm saying? I'm not
Neil
mad
deGrasse
at that.
Tyson.
Yeah, all of them.
Was it, you search pseudo-sexual?
Whoa.
Wait,
losing some
let's
IQ
breathe.
points.
Let's
Yeah.
breathe. Let's breathe.
That is why this is a homeroom episode.
Yeah.
A pseudo-intellectual is a person who pretends to be highly intelligent or knowledgeable about a subject when they are not, often for reasons of status or to appear more cultured. Which is basically all of politics. It's a lot of, you know.
This is all podcasters.
Yeah, it's everything. It's life.
Yeah, low key.
It's humans, Nick.
It's humans. If it's life if you're playing correctly.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's
kind of life if you cheating.
It's all in context of what you're talking about and who's listening. You know what I mean?
That's what makes you a pseudo intellectual.
Yeah,
This sounds like white privilege too. Yo, I work with this dude. I work with this dude, and he's cool as fuck. But the thing that I enjoy about him the most is that he's so comfortable in his white privilege. Like he moves with that shit. Like the nigga be confidently wrong all the time, all the time. But it's just, oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
it's bad.
He takes it on the chin.
Yeah, every time, and it's like, yo, this nigga's white. Like even when it's like he's the type he get pulled over in his county. It's like, yeah, you know my dad is. Come on, stop it. Yeah. Stop. What are you doing right now? You know where I'm going.
Like, he's confident enough to have an attitude with cops.
yeah,
that's some foreign shit. Like if you can be like, yo, y'all are bothering me. That's
a
different level of life.
He actually has privilege though.
Yeah, he's got like country white boy privilege.
That's good.
But he moves with it too. You know what I'm saying? It's not just
it's not
like
a facade.
Yeah, it's not fake. It's real as fuck. And I'm like, I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Because like, yeah, that shit's just funny.
Because just your skin color being your weapon, it's like, all right, nigga.
Yeah,
you know
he moved with it.
Yeah,
that nigga's hilarious.
But he's still, a redneck.
Because immigrants, when they get money, they don't move like that. Like my little sister's baby.
Unless their last name Patel.
It depends. But yeah, they smell like that. But my little sister's babysitter, she's like, her boyfriend is the heir to some throne. Like I think his family's from the Middle East and they own a bunch of gas stations and fucking smoke shops and shit. So he's literally waiting to turn 18 until he can just inherit
he can get his inheritance. Yeah, right. I'm officially coming in.
He be pretty humble about that shit.
Gas stations.
He be acting like it's not gonna happen.
I mean, that's how the nigga was that we did the chopped cheese video with. What's his name?
We did the chopped cheese. Oh, the 𝙼𝙾𝚃𝚃 guy.
The 𝙼𝙾𝚃 dude.
I don't think that's his actual name, but that's the catchphrase.
Yeah, but
shout out to that brother.
I mean, when we were, I don't know if we were all talking together or I was talking to, we were talking to his homie off to the side. Remember how he was talking about how like it was the family business. It's like their uncles are part of this board that like so it's like they were literally born into that shit. It's like that. It's like there was no other way. They just took it to another level by going viral with the whole chopped cheese thing.
One of their family members probably working the sanitation rating systems and shit. You know,
it's real.
If they even have those in New York, it don't really.
You don't see them as often as you do down here.
Yeah, nah, they be hiding.
They hide them.
They hide those grades
for good reasons.
It's not laminated.
Yeah. But we do have some topics though. I mean, outside of that.
Other than what's been going on with AJ lately.
So let me tell you why. Let me tell you what's been fucking up.
Why are you under the weather?
It's not. This is why my podcast rotation is fucked right now. Go to my YouTube homepage.
You've been enamored with something else?
Look how much Game of Thrones shit is on here. So it started with The Wire.
Okay.
I watched The Wire. I became obsessed for a certain time period. Then it was, it's not just enough anymore to watch the show. It's like I need to see.
You got to listen to somebody else talk about it and give information and go through certain episodes and really just chop that shit up.
And you're 20 years
put a bell here.
You're 20 years too late, so you can't debate about it with anybody.
And I'm old too. Yeah, like I'm late to the Wire party.
That's kind of a good thing on the back end though, in terms of like getting that YouTube content because it's so many decades of like niggas have talked about this for years.
Well, that's another thing. Is let me just put the bell here. I'll back it up a little bit too, but long story short, we're talking about why my podcast watching has declined recently.
Yeah.
Okay, I got over The Wire, and then I told myself I'm not watching those shows because I just hate starting the show because it just takes over. Nigga, I'm driving watching that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got an addictive personality.
Yeah. I'm lost.
He's a consumer, man.
It's bad.
Consume.
It's bad. I can't do nothing because I'm like, what happened next? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I told myself I would chill, and I did chill for a little bit. I also told myself I'd pick up a book in the meantime, and I didn't do that.
What type of book was you trying to pick up?
Just anything. Just read a book instead of like finding a show to binge watch. Just read a book because I haven't really read for real in a minute. Like,
if I bring a book, would
audio
you read
books and like. Probably not. No, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he ain't gonna read that, dog.
Damn.
It's just gonna collect dust.
Like, I'll listen to chapters out of an audio book and stuff like that, but like getting a physical book or even on my Kindle, like I haven't cleared a book in a minute.
Yeah.
So I've read a couple chapters. I've read half the book.
And I like how
a third of the book. You know what I'm saying?
And I like how when you're talking about The Wire, it's like you're trying to catch up on it.
Yeah. So I got over that. I
Like
never
it's
started,
continuing.
but then they started feeding me Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah.
And I'm already, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings.
You already got an addictive
You're big
personality.
into the fantastical world.
This is that's the
Illuminati triangle.
That's it right
It's the
there.
dark triad.
yeah, bro. I'm gonna fall into those holes every so often. You know what I mean?
We know you will.
So, I watched 7 million shorts for fire ass scenes that happened during Game of Thrones. Then I told myself, well, I don't really have nothing I am watching right now. Like, I'll put this on as background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only took like 3 episodes. Now I'm locked in. Like, I've never seen this shit
What
before.
season?
That is what all addicts say. It's always just one drink.
Bro, I
Let me just
hate
get
it.
one pull.
Game of Thrones is cool. Last seasons are a little, they're a little wacky.
And I know I'm out of there before it really gets to the end.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely enjoying all the good shit.
But like
you know what I'm
1
saying?
through 4, pretty solid television.
Yeah, like
For
1 through
sure.
4 are fire. Yeah.
I
So
get why
I'm on
people-
3 right now.
I get why people enjoy it. I never got past like episode 7 of that first season.
I started this time when I started at 6. Mm-hmm. I skipped the first like 4 or 5 episodes.
I really didn't like it.
Yeah,
at
just
first.
because I don't need the very beginning.
You don't, because
What?
you
Yeah, I
already
don't.
know the context of
I read the
everything.
book. I read the book series.
You don't
too.
want to see
you
no
read the
slow
book.
pacing.
Yeah. So I don't need the beginning. I can start a little bit in. Couple episodes, niggas are starting to go to war. You know what I'm saying? I'm good
Why
with
did
that.
you think you had to watch this knowing that you read the book? Like
What you mean?
since you read the book, why did you feel like you had to watch this show?
That's the big payoff of reading the
Yeah,
book.
that is the payoff. Yeah, you're always gonna watch the show that you read the book about.
Because
So
you
that-
got to see how they look. Because you imagine them a certain way, especially with them books.
That's definitely a
There's
big thing.
1,000
Yeah.
pages in them. Shit.
Yeah.
So you had time to go through variations of these niggas.
Facts.
Yeah. And you was also fiending to watch something.
Yeah.
And this isn't the first time you brought up Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's bad right
You
now.
just,
I'm over here like watching it, and I'm like, they really didn't do the Valyrian steel correctly. I'm really like, I'm like going back to the book, like it's supposed to be rippled. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're like it's not comic accurate. Though.
yeah.
You're looking for the real lore
There's certain shit
details.
that's bothering me as I'm watching it, but that's how I know I'm watching too hard.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I shouldn't be locked in like this right now.
And they made that show how like Utz makes chips. You know how they put salt and sugar and fat to make it real addictive.
All you
like
need is one.
In
Bet
the
you can't
first,
have just one.
In the first couple of episodes, dog, a brother fucked his sister, and then a child got thrown out the window.
It's
I was
up.
like,
That was
they-
episode 1, I
it
think.
literally felt like they was cheating
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I have to see what happens now.
Yeah.
And they got dire wolves.
You got me locked in for at least another 4 episodes because these storylines got something. I need to see something.
and then betrayal is like,
Because like, look at these videos. Who can beat Prime Robert? You know what I'm saying?
What was he nice at?
Killing niggas.
Just
But he was the king, and he was a fat, drunk king by the time the book starts. But he was a legend in his younger years, which won him the crown. So they're like in his prime, who could fuck with him. So then they're just taking all the characters that were fighters in the show and talking about what they were like in their prime and if they would stand a chance against Robert. It's like stupid shit like
Are
that.
you going to watch the other Game of Thrones? I forgot
I
what
do
it's
watch
called.
that House of Dragons.
You watch
I
that?
do watch it. Shout
Is
out,
that
make sure y'all watch Olay does House of Dragons reviews on
That's a
her.
prequel?
I think it's Olay and
I was
Olay
just about
Pop.
to ask that shit. Is that a prequel or is it does it
Prequel.
take place after?
Prequel. It's like 100 years or 200, maybe 300 years before, something like that.
Man,
But it's not as good as Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is just too fucking good.
classic.
It's too good. man.
Prequels, I don't know. I've never seen like a really good prequel.
I mean,
A lot of people
that
are
one is
going
really good,
crazy
honestly.
over what was it called? The Wicked? Just Wicked, right? That one play?
Oh, yeah, they went crazy.
And
for
it
that
was like
shit.
the precursor for whatever happened in the Wizard of
Yeah.
Oz.
The Wicked's good. Wicked is good, though.
I keep hearing that.
The
but
movie just came out. I didn't watch the movie, but I saw the stage play. That shit was pretty lit.
Oh, the stage play.
I saw the
movie was
stage play.
good.
yeah.
Where'd you
I
see
heard the movie
that?
was good.
The movie is good.
Deep Act. Years ago. I took my girlfriend because she liked it. This was forever ago. We're talking like 2010.
Yeah.
I would never see the movie though.
They need to do a black version. Like they did for the Wiz.
Yeah, the Wiz. They gotta have Chris Brown though
Down the road. They have to.
in it
They gotta have Chris Brown.
He has to be the
because he's the
Scarecrow,
mic. He's the mic of
for
us.
sure.
Well, maybe Usher.
Usher's one of the crows.
Usher could definitely do something in this guy.
It's only one crow though, isn't it?
Nah, there was like 3.
Was there?
Yeah.
Shit.
Keeping Mike.
This nigga sound like he just watched it yesterday.
You know, he grew up on Peter Pan and Tinkerbell and shit. Nigga, that's his forte.
I was about to say, what about
Oh shit.
maybe Kevin Gates has a line.
But yeah, that's the dumb shit that I'm watching. That's what's more entertaining to me right now is who would be prime Robert Baratheon.
Yo, when you set this up in the Patreon, you made it seem like you had a sad story to tell. That shit actually fucked me up. I thought you was gonna
No,
cope.
it's sad in terms of like manness
Right.
and like, you know,
Priorities.
work
I
ethic,
get what you're
priority,
saying. Yeah,
loyalty
yeah,
to
yeah.
the
Being the-
business,
Yeah,
Essentially, yeah.
Dedication,
Like,
motivation,
Right, yeah. It's like, you know,
concentration.
yeah.
preparation. nigga.
So yeah, that's what it's fucked, man.
Nah, I mean, look, man, I get it. You know,
One more thing before we go out of this. Y'all been watching Last of Us?
I slowed down on it.
It fucking sucks. It's so bad this season.
Word.
It's terrible, nigga.
Yeah. Not even worth.
Episode 4, it goes downhill. Episode 5, they're like, oh no, we're not going up at all. We're gonna continue to go down. That shit sucks, man.
How is that possible? It's based off a game, right?
Yeah, the first 2 episodes were lit, nigga. By
That's what makes
episode
it
3, you're
hard.
like, something weird is happening. Episode 4, you're like, oh, this show sucks now.
What do you mean? That's what makes it hard. Like
Because
they're
you
not just
can't-
directly doing an adaptation of it.
For the same reason why some superheroes should just be like an animated cartoon, because like to do that in a movie, it just doesn't like
It don't hold up.
it doesn't translate properly. Like especially
Well,
with The Last of Us. Well, they could have done better.
Well,
but they
with
just
the
didn't
casting.
execute.
Well, the biggest thing with the Last of Us is the fact when you read a book, you're creating the figure. We have the figure. We know what they look like on the game.
Yeah.
So when you fuck up and cast somebody that don't look like the character, it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Game
It
the
just
mo-
really messes you up.
Game the movie is a little bit tougher
Because
than
you
from
have to
book
match that
movie.
person up a lot better.
It's just more expectation. You know,
Game storyline is a little different too.
Oh, decision based
Because it
shit
takes
like that?
like you get different beats in the game that you don't get in like a full length film that has to continue. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's,
Well, yeah.
there's a little bit more pockets.
Yo, one last thing before we
Secret
just this is just like I'm just like spitballing the most random things that are coming to the top of my head. So I ordered that fucking water fountain for us.
yeah.
Well, don't make it sound that fancy.
Okay, the water dispenser,
Yeah, there we go.
the hydration station.
Yeah.
I ordered the hydration
water jug.
I ordered the hydration station. I'm in Costco. I put the order in, right? Apparently the system is down to where I can order the bottles of water, but it's saying that the hydration dispenser is not available. So I'm like, oh man, is this deal over or something like that? She's like, oh no, we've been having issues all day. Like we're in the group chat. And I'm like, okay, so this is a vendor within Costco.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all go to Costco, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Back in the water section, that's where they posted up.
Yeah.
So she's like, don't worry, like make an account. I'm gonna go ahead and like add your account number so they can make sure they send you one when you get your bottles of water. I get the bottles of water, no fucking hydration dispenser.
And you had prepared us for that shit. You was
I
like,
was
yo,
so excited.
niggas, water next week.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
more bottles. Make sure you got your own little tumblers or whatever. Like, yeah, we gonna be, you know, if
Cold.
you, yeah, like
I was
we,
like, yo, I'm gonna go get some
we
red
gonna cut down on
solos.
we gonna cut down on the plastic. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
yeah.
good. Bring a little water bottle, and I got it.
Yeah, yeah.
I got 10 gallons of water with nothing to fucking filter that shit through.
Is it at least inside, like stay at room
It's in the
temperature?
house.
in the
Yeah,
house.
it's in the house. Yeah, but it's just sitting over there at the front door because that shit never came.
Yeah.
Now I gotta call these fuck niggas.
Yeah.
And be like, where is my fucking dispenser that I'm
Yeah.
paying for? Fuck.
Do you have bad luck with purchasing things sometimes? 'Cause I feel like you got a couple stories to where you've been on the phone with customer service and, you know, the Indian accent was getting to you.
He
Actually,
buys
yeah,
so
that's
much
true.
shit.
Yeah, I do.
The
I
odds
think,
are so
he,
high.
he
I think
opens
that is,
himself up
I think
to
that's
getting
more.
screwed over.
I think that's really what it,
The,
more what it
odds
is.
are just so much
Yeah,
higher.
there's a lot more transactions. I'm doing a lot of
Yeah.
transactions,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play the lottery more, you losing more.
pretty much.
You know?
I do be fighting with customer service though.
Yeah. What's
You
the
gotta turn it
max?
on, though.
What's
the
your
max you
record?
got?
I'm pretty good.
You got you're not undefeated, but you got
Not undefeated,
You got a
but
couple good draws.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
70-30.
A draw is kind of a win with customer service.
Yeah.
Because normally, you know, they have all the authority.
Like 70-30. Because I'm probably only going to call if I know I got really some shit to stand on.
Yeah.
And if they say in that 30% they're saying no, they're just really on some fuck nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or it was just, you know, gray area kind of thing, whatever. I don't know.
You trying to get one of your rebates.
Yeah. But yo, let's look at. Oh, go ahead.
I was about to say something stupid since we just talking about stupid shit.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Joe Rogan, I was listening to his podcast and like there was a random advertisement for like fucking a salami stick, like one of those beef jerky Slim Jim type things. It's like some,
because I would get it.
It was some shit that was like keto, Atkins, pescatarian. It had all the proper diets, and it said some shit
In
that
a
like
jerky stick?
in a jerky stick, and it was like, dog, you have a 60-day 100% money back guarantee.
That's crazy.
I was like that sounds crazy, but I promise if you tried to call and get your money back for not liking the stick, you're gonna be on hold for at least 72 hours, dog.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that they just giving out frivolous money back.
Nigga, I got a subscription right now that it literally is refusing. I need to call PayPal. I can't cancel. I can't cancel this shit.
You need to call your credit card.
I did.
What's happening? You keep
They
getting
keep
charged?
taking the money, and then when I go through the steps, I forget about it every month until they fucking hit me with the charge.
Yeah.
And then, but every time they hit me with the charge, I go through and I'm like, this is how you unsubscribe. Boom, I'm doing all the steps. It's just looping me back to the homepage. Like on some hoe shit, bro.
I feel like some of them
So I think I can't even do it through the site. I need to call PayPal and be like, cancel all that shit.
Yeah.
Like just put a block on it through y'all. Y'all reach out to them niggas because they're not.
Yeah.
There's no real system to unsubscribe right now over there.
Yeah.
It's all fake.
especially if you're trying to do that shit on your phone, you got to go to a real
Oh, I went to the
desktop.
computer.
I
I
feel like
started on
they
the phone.
have
Go to the
bugs
library.
implanted just to make that shit crash and like rebuffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started on the phone and then I was like, oh no, I need a laptop for this because what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, it's not just my phone. This
just keep
web,
getting hit.
they're hustling niggas.
Yeah.
This is all a scam.
You got caught a nigga on a
And I really
landline.
feel like, see, PayPal, we're gonna see how good PayPal is. I'm gonna go for like 3 months. Be like, yo, they've been hitting me for like 3 months and I can't cancel. So like, would you give me that money back? I'm gonna see what they say.
How much is the charge? Is something petty?
$30 a month. No, it's heavy.
Yo, that's
Oh man.
30 is
and
That's
that's on top
crazy.
of all your other
Let me tell y'all what it
subscriptions you actually use.
Mark this area. I bought it during that beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That nigga.
That shit is $30 a month.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
And then
And I
hope
only
that shit hurt
my
his
plan was
feelings.
to have it for a month because that's all we needed it for was that one fucking week.
Yeah.
And I haven't been able to do it since then.
Yo,
Shit.
that's pretty.
I mean,
bad.
that's
Okay, we're back.
man.
Yo, you are the first nigga I've ever met that might actually need rocket money. Y'all be seeing those ads?
It's, yeah.
yeah.
So I can see all this
So you can
subscriptions.
see everything that you paying for. Yo, you getting got. I promise you.
Who be marketing that? Ashton Kutcher or somebody?
I haven't seen too many celebrity endorsements, but I just see the, hey, you know, let me go through your phone. You got Netflix. It was one bitch in the ad. She was losing $200 a month. I was like, you don't need rocket money. If $200 can just leave and it don't hurt, you don't even notice it, you good.
I took account of all my subscriptions like towards the end of last year. So I know roughly where I'm at. But like I will say like there's like 2 that are kind of like that's the main one that's just kind of out there. I gotta cancel Canva too. They've got me twice.
yeah.
Because I signed up for the $15 a month plan so I can edit our PDF. But that was it, and I don't need it anymore. I need to cancel that. That's not as bad. Shit, the other one's double that.
Adobe Illustrator got me for a while.
Yeah, it will. Because it's like $9.99, right?
Yeah.
It's cheap, bro, and you get a lot for that $9.99.
Yeah, that shit got me for a
Yeah,
while.
I believe that.
The Hodge twins was fucking robbing me for months.
Yeah.
I had no idea. The shit was only like $2.99, but I went back. I was like, I don't even know what website this goes to. It was back in the day before like paywall content was strictly Patreon. They had like one of them offshore shits.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
Content was
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Which those are the best ones too.
Uncensored conservatism.
Get a million people to pay $2.99 a month.
Yeah.
And then
They forget.
100,000 will forget.
You know,
what I'm saying?
100,000.
100,000 will
Yeah.
forget.
That's
Well,
enough to
everybody
keep a
need-
business afloat. You got
It is, bro.
100,000
It
ghost
is.
subs?
Yeah.
It is, bro. That shit is kind of fire.
Yeah.
Do y'all get those obscure Apple ones that are like $9.99?
For what though?
I
It
pay.
doesn't say. It just says Apple getting it. That's it.
Oh no, I haven't
Well,
seen that.
you're definitely
Well-
getting scammed, Def Mac.
Oh, yeah. Do you got extra storage?
I do, but it's not. I'm on a family sharing shit,
Okay.
and my card
For
isn't
all
on
the
file.
space? For all the
Yeah.
Okay.
For the cloud shit, but like my card isn't on file. I'm still getting charged for it.
Yeah, your dad's probably
I'm
buying
thinking.
something with your phone.
Damn.
That's crazy. But that app,
It's a nigga listening to this like, nigga, I'll just sing you $1. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
bro.
let's
That's
put
cool.
together a GoFundMe.
You're right.
that Apple storage subscription is probably the most valuable shit that I purchase every month.
Yeah,
I do the 2 terabytes a month.
I have 1 billion photos, and like sometimes it happens on its own, so I forget that I shouldn't have enough storage for everything that's in my phone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I never run into that issue.
And the messages, like the conversations, the
Yeah.
chats, the
Yeah.
links,
And the links, the
all
pictures,
that
that
shit
get sent, the
builds up.
screenshot.
Yeah, you can go back and get it.
That shit build up.
Cause y'all save text for forever.
Well, yeah, I just don't delete them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't delay it.
Because you can do it to like 1 year or deliver or forever. Like it'll go back 1 year. You can set it
Word?
to what it is. Yeah.
I don't be that deep into the iPhone
Damn.
settings unless something's wrong.
Yeah. Like when I'm originally setting it up, you could look at it. Cause I remember one time I did need something that was like 2 years past. And then it wasn't there. It had got set to a year. And I was like, well, won't make that mistake again. Just turn forever on and call it a day.
God
How many
Yeah.
nudes you probably lost?
Yeah. Say dudes?
Nudes.
Oh, news. I was like, what nigga, what?
You got gay ears.
I know, yeah.
What you
when
hear? We gonna treat this like a rostron test, nigga.
Yeah,
no
when you
idea now.
when you click download and it's like, nigga, we have nothing to pull
That's
from.
even worse than his answer.
What'd he say?
So I have no idea.
Oh.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Well, let's jump into one of these topics. Oh man. After getting hit, which felt like a lot, but they were talking about man, what am I talking about?
I don't know.
I found out where
I was
I
like,
was,
Yeah.
I was gonna try to pick up the slack.
yeah, there was,
It was
there was nothing
everywhere.
to pick up. Yeah, it was crazy. Yo, okay. DJ Hed, I've seen him before.
In person?
No.
in a movie.
In content. I
Okay.
seen him. Click that, go up. I seen him. So like, remember one thing that they were kind of mad at us saying, they were like, the Kendrick and Drake battle birthed his career. People were pretty pissed about that. They were pretty pissed about that.
I don't think we all said that. That sounds like something that you would say.
It was Justin who said it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It was pretty close. It's one of the ends.
I
So
mean, look,
this nigga, go just skip. Oh wait, it's not on there. But long story short,
is that what?
search DJ
Bootleg
Hed, DJ Hed, no touch Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates is a goddamn legend, man.
Yes.
We was just talking about this.
Do
dog.
y'all remember this room? I remember this room. Go to the short at least. The second one. Yeah, go to that one. Do y'all remember this? I remember this. I vividly remember
Whoa.
this room.
I feel like I remember Kevin Gates sitting beside Bootleg Kev like this
Right, but I didn't know. That was that's DJ Hed.
on the right.
Yeah.
And I think, what's his shirt say? It might say his name. But play the clip.
Perspective.
And I move by myself. I'm not a tough guy. It's just me and God. I pray. I don't get tickets. I don't get pulled over. None of that shit. Cause I pray in the car. So
Well, let me tell you this from my perspective. The reason why I'm asking you that is because that's interesting to me. Like I have conversation with a lot of different
I know
people.
it's interesting to you. And please don't touch me again. I know it's interesting.
Interesting perspective.
I remember this. I vaguely remember this.
Right. That's why
Yeah.
when I saw it, I was like, well, when I saw Bootleg Kev had talked to him, like,
Yeah.
tell us about that moment, I was like, holy shit, I remember that room.
Yeah.
And I remember who else had an interview there that I liked a lot? Yo Gotti had an interview there that I liked a lot.
Okay. Just everybody from that era then.
Which is fucked up. I
Black
just remember
Youngster.
the set.
Okay.
It was kind of that era a little bit. Yeah, like Black Youngster.
What year
Yeah.
did this happen?
I don't know. I don't even
It had to
really
be
low tech.
2015.
I did no research. Like once I saw that, I said, "Oh wait, you're right. I have seen them."
You've known about DJ Hed this whole time.
Yeah. There it is, right there.
just
What does
been
it say?
6 years ago.
6 years ago.
He's been a mythical creature.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, shout out to Bootleg Kev and shit.
Yeah, shout out to
what-
was there a reason for these three niggas getting together?
Yeah, There was their show.
Like, how did this happen?
It was their show. DJ
Okay.
Hed and Bootleg Kev.
Yeah.
And Kevin Gates was the guest.
All rappers.
Okay.
And because I remember watching rappers on there, and it looks like they might be at a radio station too.
That's interesting. I wonder why they stopped this. And where
I
is
don't know.
Bootleg Kev located?
He's in California.
Oh, he's in California.
He's in Cali, yeah. L.A.
I thought he was in somewhere else. But I guess
I
that
remember
makes
when I
sense.
was watching like his No Jumper interview, like he is from like New Mexico or Arizona or some shit like that.
Originally.
Like he's
That's
not like, he's not originally from L.A., but radio in L.A. and shit. Yeah.
Nah, I mean,
So for all the West Coast niggas,
what else was?
I have seen him before. Actually, this is interesting.
Yeah.
It really blew my mind, honestly.
You
I'm
saw
sure
that
you're
one?
not being sarcastic, right?
No, I'm not. I couldn't believe that was him. I was like, holy shit, I've seen this nigga. Like
Yeah.
and that really, because I really thought the first time I saw him, I just assumed it was somebody that everybody knew on the West Coast. I just didn't know because I'm not on the West Coast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I genuinely thought it was. But it's like, oh no, I have seen him before in actual content. I just didn't know it was him. Shit, even when these interviews were happening, I wasn't coming for Bootleg Kev. I think I just was there for whoever they were interviewing.
Yeah,
But it also
because-
wasn't for DJ Ed.
No, because I didn't even know
He
his
didn't
name.
realize that was a
Yeah.
thing
was
till
DJ
2
Ed?
days ago.
I don't even think I knew Bootleg Kez's name at that time period.
You was just
I just watched it because the person, whoever they were interviewing, I wanted to see.
It was a different decade of YouTube. That's what it
Yeah.
came down to. Like you didn't need a
6 years
fancy
ago.
thumbnail.
That's a long time ago, nigga.
Look how rough this thumbnail is.
Yeah,
There is no.
thumbnail ain't
Yeah, that's true.
This is a still image of a video.
Is this the original one too? I can't tell if this is the original page. That page might be gone.
This
Nah.
awkward,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Yeah,
not.
nah, they wouldn't
that's a
call
parody
it that.
video.
This still might have been around the same time though, six years ago.
Of
Yeah.
course, DJ Hed was working and shit before, but you know, everybody's known to somebody. But what gets you, you know, world, you know, renowned recognition.
Yeah, mainstream acclaim.
Yeah.
Please don't touch me. Yo,
was
Kevin
Kendrick
Gates
and
is a
Drake.
legend.
Yeah, Kevin Gates has kept the same morals. He's been the same nigga this whole time.
Yeah, he has.
He's always moved like a Muslim, but I don't know if he was a Muslim right then though. It doesn't seem like it.
Nah, he was definitely Muslim back then. But you know, I think he was this is one of his first fortes in the rap world, so you can't pop out with that shit. There was no popping Muslim rappers. You gotta talk about that shit on the back end.
Kevin Gates is one of the most interesting niggas in the world. I mean, that's just really what it comes down to. That nigga is interesting, bro.
Yeah.
He's
It's-
interesting, bro.
I think he's just full of so much folklore wisdom that, you know, when he speaks, it resonates.
I'll put this somewhere.
Yeah, he's every mythical creature. He's a chupacabra, Loch Ness monster.
Kill me today, right now, today.
Yeah.
Kill me. Oh, this nigga's crazy. All right, let's go over to DJ Akademiks, though.
Shout out out loud.
DJ Akademiks is getting ganged up on by the women in media. I guess that's the best way to put it right now.
Yeah, we can call it that.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That'd be good for the YouTube video.
right. Yeah. So DJ Akademiks threatened Loren LoRosa because she called him a liar about something.
For reasons that are still very vague, like I was trying to get to the
I figured out
bottom
what
of
it
this.
was now.
Concert.
It's stupid as fuck though. Like once I realized she called him a liar, and she called him a liar because something about how nobody can afford Kendrick Lamar tickets. Like that's what Akademiks had tweeted. Nobody can afford Kendrick Lamar tickets. It's just a bunch of dirty niggas or backpack niggas who can't afford $400 tickets.
Or
Yeah.
white college students.
Some shit like that. So she goes to the show and it's sold out in Patterson, New Jersey, or in New Jersey or whatever. And she's like, Akademiks lied. This show is lit or whatever like that.
But that's technically not what he said.
Right. It was something around there. But once I found out what he crashed out over, yo, tell her I'm going to violate you. You know, his whole thing.
He also clarified too. He was
did?
like, because he was comparing like Kendrick to Drake. Like
Okay.
Drake charges like 2 times the amount as Kendrick.
Gotcha.
So like the people that are going to Drake concerts, he was just being like, yo, it's bad bitches and rich niggas going to Drake concerts.
gotcha.
While the niggas like us,
Are
people
being
that like the
added-
video, share, subscribe,
Right,
they
right.
go to the
Kendrick Lamar
$100.20 Kendrick concert
Gotcha.
and shit like that.
Gotcha.
You could panhandle your way into his event.
Yeah.
So like my initial feeling is once he was doing all these threats, like, yo, you got 48 hours to respond. To take it back. I was like, this is so fucking lame.
Yo, it's one of the lamest. Like he's done a lot of lame shit, but this is one of those. Wow, like this nigga's really corny as hell.
And
I think, but he's corny, but I think it's also just trauma. I think it boils down to like when somebody says something on his name, he's gonna fight like Scarface at the end of the movie every time. Though it doesn't matter if they got like water guns, Tommy guns, grenades. He's coming with the same veracity for all opponents.
And it's really about
from trauma.
And it's really about who's saying it. Because his main point is that, like, yo, it's coming from people that got jobs. Like, y'all took another route.
Yeah.
I took the king route. Like, you can't talk about me because I built a platform. So it's not only like, and I watched like a little bit of his live stream, but he was like, not only are you discrediting my name, but you're discrediting my business.
And you're also a woman. Which was another thing that he alluded to. Like he didn't go in on that point, but he said it enough and like, okay, I get what he's saying.
Because he has a proven track record of, you know, settling discrepancies with bitches and shit.
Well, he has a proven track record of being tough with women. Of being tough with only women.
Really hating them, for real.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. It's like, you know, we're all men here. We don't like.
He's definitely only tough with them for sure. Well, he's tough with others.
He's tough with dudes too.
But he don't pull up though. But he don't pull up though. Like niggas don't respect that. He was supposed to be at that Patterson show.
He has layers of approach for dudes. Like, but with a woman, even in the whole spill of him saying, "Yo, I'll super violate you later if you don't come out with the real information." Even in that, he was still calling her a bitch and a hoe. So it's like, how much worse you about to get, my nigga?
Yeah.
Well, calling a woman out her name doesn't mean you're about to, you know, do anything violent. If that's what you're saying.
Calling her a bitch because you're mad at her is different than just loosely referring
to these bitches.
You get what I'm saying? To bitches.
Yeah.
Just the concept of bitches.
What is bitch?
Calling her a bitch with, you know, with some little bass in your shit.
When you're angry?
When you're
angry, it comes off
that's different. It's more threatening.
It's different, but it also makes the most sense. Like, why would you just call a bitch when it's like you're not even feeling anything towards her? Especially when the term bitch is a derogatory term.
Well, there's different ways.
Depends on the inflection and the
but
tone.
Let's not. I mean, look.
But
I'm
really,
just saying.
We can jump
it's not
into
I'm just saying.
necessarily.
There's so many. You could take this a lot of different. You know.
But it's the purpose behind the bitch.
The intention.
Loosely referring to bitches is like, that's just, you know, nigga shit. That's
just the way he
but
chose to
like,
speak it.
you're a bitch. That's completely different.
Now, I hate that I'm
It's
sounding like a
pointed.
DJ Academic, you know, but it's,
Somebody gotta take
But fuck it. What if there's a couple caveats?
Okay.
He is Jamaican. That's another point that
hard
like
on the
we
bitch.
can just escape over that, but that is a real thing. You know what I mean? So like culturally, the culture he comes from, they respect women as much as they would disrespect them because of how much respect they have.
That's true.
And
white man's Jamaican too.
sometimes
He's the most appropriate gentleman I've ever met.
He's not here to defend his people, so
Yeah.
we're going with the worst version
exactly.
right now.
Yeah, exactly. You're
also-
associating the worst traits, nigga.
am I
island-
generalizing or stereotyping?
You're doing both at the same time in a beautiful fashion, but they're island people, dog. Like it's a lot of Yahweh.
And that's what I'm saying. You agree with me? Keep talking.
Nah. It's peace.
But
It's
also,
love.
if like, it's just weird though. It's just strange because even to the point of like him not going at dudes, I was watching like a stream and he was like, yo, I was texting little baby for us to meet up and fight. Like I was really doing that.
You believe?
Like I believe that.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I believed it. Yeah.
Doing it.
Now doing it once,
is.
I don't know if it equates to the 6th time he's yelled at bitches. But
Yeah, I feel that.
But I mean, trying to
I
fight
did
little
see
baby.
that though. Yeah.
Trying to fight little baby.
He's a little quicker with the women.
What is another thing? Did you catch in that live stream? I don't know if I'm imagining this, but he said the only reason he couldn't go is because he decided to stream instead.
Which
Pussy.
Which goes
That's
to show
pussy.
that it's like
That's pussy.
he knows that the level of threat that he's setting himself
That's
up for.
pussy.
I don't know if
That's
that's
He was,
true, but if
he
that's
was
true-
talking big shit
if
like
that's-
there's no way he's missing that shit.
If that's true, that's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
crazy.
know that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he could have rescheduled. Like, who knows about, like, he could have got.
He did it. 'cause
Kendrick's in town for one
it
night.
ain't happen.
Oh, you talking about Kendrick?
Yeah, like the Kendrick show. Like his plan, like I remember
He was trying
said,
to squabble Kendrick?
he wasn't trying to squabble, but his plan was like, I'm not afraid. I can go to the Kendrick show when he comes to Jersey. It's whatever. Like I rented a booth. We spent $10,000, but we got
Okay.
busy, and I ended up on stream. I was here with y'all, so y'all know I wasn't there. Obviously.
What if two things can be true? What if he, like, genuinely wanted to stream, but he also could, like, go there and nothing would happen?
What is better?
But you got to go
What
there
if-
to find out nothing would happen.
What is
And
better
I
than
believe
whooping
nothing
his
would happen.
ass and then going to stream, dog?
But I would
you
also-
literally have
yeah.
like 2 hours worth, 4 hours worth of material, and that's before you take a sip of Henny.
Yeah, but
This is
also
academics.
I don't even believe anything would have happened to him. To be fair, one,
Kendrick is a professional.
Yeah, I believe he would have went to the show.
Now his cousins.
Whatever seats he was in, it was whatever. And then he would have took his ass home. And I believe he would have secured. Like, I think he would have been safe, but you have to go. You got to go when you talk big shit.
You
like
have
that.
to go.
You have to.
Especially when you set it up. Like, you sent the invitation out.
Right.
And
Like, I'm not scared. I'll pull up on that shit.
I don't want to take like this conversation off academics, but like, doesn't Elliot do this and get called lame? And like, we're telling academics to do exactly what like Elliot kind of does, like just kind of spaz out.
Elaborate. What are we
like
telling? What
just
are we telling
spaz
him
out
to
on
do?
niggas, pulls up to, you know, like different events to see what's up, even though he's an old nigga. You know, like he still
Well,
has.
him being
Elliot
an old
actually-
nigga is what makes it different. Plus,
Yeah.
Elliot actually
Is outside.
pulls up
Yeah.
to the places that he could actually have some situations with. AJ
Right.
was a little nervous at first.
Don't
Be
put gas.
honest.
Yeah.
You was like, I didn't know
was
what kind of
nervous.
time he was on.
He was
You
nervous.
saw him walking through the club. You was
I
like,
never
oh
said
shit,
that.
it's Elliot.
Nigga, I ran down on that nigga. When I heard his nigga,
He
when
was
I
like, the
heard
dap was
his,
stronger than I thought it would
when
be.
I heard his name, I said, Elliot Wilson's here. Where? I got off the tape. I got off the booth immediately. I went to
and
go
put
find that.
your left foot forward,
I
right?
went. I said, I got to find this nigga.
Dark liquor energy
Before-
just surrounds his aura.
Before this nigga leaves, I got to talk to him.
Yeah.
He had the biggest grin on his face when he pulled up. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, this nigga ain't threatening at all. Nigga, what's up? Gave him a hug.
Nah, he's a
But-
teddy bear. Shout out to Elliot.
He is a teddy bear. He's so
But-
cute when he gets mad. His face
It's
is
not
all
the same
red.
thing. It's not the same thing. And academics being in his
Yeah, it's
30s
not.
makes it different as well.
Because at least
too.
Elliot's always been outside. Like, I think you could
Yeah.
always catch Elliot at a hip hop picnic. Academics, the whole thing is we don't ever see him outside.
which
Yeah.
is
You know
why
what I'm
he's
saying?
able to be as bold as he can.
Right.
Because he can just put in all caps on fucking Twitter.
So yeah,
It's
what
right there.
he was threatening her to take back, calling him a liar, was the fact that something about Kendrick. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. Once I heard it was a Kendrick tweet about ticket sales and shit, I was like, oh, this is just actually stupid. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, so I stopped caring. It didn't really matter until within these 48 hours, Treasure Wilson from It Is What It Is podcast,
Stat baby.
Stat Baby. She was like, yo, you're not gonna be doing that. Like, we're not doing that. Like, us girlies and the
Yeah.
us black girl, you know, black girlies,
Black power.
media. We're not standing for that shit. And I don't know what academics said. I don't know if
Should
he
she have
violated.
said anything?
Nope, but I do enjoy them. Well, should
What
she
do you
have
mean
said
by
anything?
should she have said anything?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like-
That's hard to answer.
Should like
Well,
no,
we can
no.
Is it her
even
business?
go before Stat Baby.
I mean, like-
Loren tweeting at academics was random and a little petty. It wasn't. It didn't warrant the response that she got, but it was
Yeah.
kind of out of nowhere. Like
Academics lied
you just threw a little stone that way.
about something that's stupid too.
Especially like we gotta stop acting like academics is not a like wild feral animal in terms of like his position in the industry.
Let's throw
and, like, the
Charlemagne in
people.
here because we're gonna need that for this clip to even fucking survive. He also said in his threat, "You got 48 hours. Not even Charlemagne can stop me." Okay, now it's valid when I put his name in the title.
It's
Yeah.
fucking valid.
Right?
Nah.
Yeah,
Is that
But-
true though?
That is true.
Yeah, nah.
That is true.
If Charlemagne called academics and was like, "Please, no, not my co-host," academics would go through with it.
Charlemagne barely fucks with academics on some real shit, so it's like
Yeah.
he can't call him to tell him to do nothing, man. He hasn't even showed up to his podcast yet, and he's been
Yeah.
begging him for 2 years.
And he's only came digitally.
He don't like him for real.
Have we has enough time passed? I forgot when It Is What It Is drops, but Cam and Mace have to be gearing up for some kind of response, right?
I just put
There's
it.
no way they're gonna let that shit slide.
I put it like in the last thing underneath the section. Apparently, Mace texted the nigga.
I saw that. I didn't get to watch the whole clip.
On a
though.
personal.
He pretty much was saying what I got from the original from what Ak was reading was she did this. This is outside the platform. Like this is her and her own.
Yeah.
So whatever you do to her, whatever you say to her, it's on you.
Word.
Yeah, but then
But we're also ignoring what Ak said about Cam and Mace. Cause he kind of went
That
on a
was
little
crazy.
tirade where he just
Yeah.
inserted like the worst parts of their history
Of
in
their
it real
career.
quick.
He
For
did.
nothing. It was kind of passive aggressive too. He wasn't even saying it like he was popping shit. He was like, I could talk about this.
Yeah, I could talk about when you got robbed and whatever back in 90 something. You know what I mean?
But
He
I'm
was-
not gonna do that.
Yeah, that
even
was.
though I just said it.
It is up for that nigga then off of that.
And my thing,
Because there's like
hard.
17 different ways you could have done that. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard because, man, they should have known better.
Who?
Like, don't even go at Akademiks. Especially with Stat Baby. She shouldn't have said nothing, unfortunately.
In Akademiks' words, she needs to stay in a woman's place. That's what he said.
For Stat Baby?
Yes.
But
Because it wasn't her business to begin with.
This boils down. It boils down to the amount of respect that they have for Akademiks, dog.
Yeah,
like
That's really what it's coming down
I'm
to.
pretty sure Loren wouldn't do that for many other media personalities. She not tweeting Joe Budden on one of his takes. She not tweeting maybe even Ellie, you know, he popping off and shit. But Akademiks,
I think
it's kind of easy. He's like a throwaway kid that you bully.
But
Now,
that's
one of the
You don't
things
even do it consciously.
One of the things that I did say that's I think will help Lauren LoRosa is her getting in these public disputes or beefs. Like she had the back and forth with Gary Owens. That shit went up on the YouTube channel. So like, long story short, she could be as good as she wants at her job, but she as the celebrity needs to stand out more. Like she needs to grow her celebrity outside of just reporting good news on the Breakfast Club in order for her to become bigger. You know
also
what I mean?
has to be real for Lauren because she's intelligent.
Yeah, if she
Like,
plans on
if
going
she-
about it this way, that's nasty.
If it's fake, then it lowers her stock price.
That's true. I'll
Because
give you-
she's
yeah, I'll
like
give you
such a
that.
business intelligent.
yeah, like going back and forth with Akademiks is like,
It's beneath you.
Yeah,
That's kind of
yeah.
what Mel should be doing. You know what I mean? That's what.
that was a crazy shot to Mel.
I mean, nah,
It's a crazy shot.
It's
But you definitely don't want to take the Tasha K approach to trying to get lit in media. That shit only lasts for so long.
Yeah, facts.
yeah.
They say that's what we do. All we do is talk about people that are bigger than us.
You intellectual bully.
Yeah, I like that.
You like that though. That shit got a little ring to it,
Got
don't
a little
you?
ring to it.
Title of this
Yeah.
episode?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. That's what I was intellectual bullies thinking like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, nah.
But yeah, man, you know, I just want the worst for niggas right now. Academics, you gotta run down on niggas. I'm not. What are we doing, nigga? You supposed to
Yeah.
be at that show in Jersey. Fuck out of here. What are we
Yeah,
talking
nah,
about?
for sure.
Isn't he from Jersey?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't get ran off your home
I
court.
swear to God, please somebody put the timestamp. I swear to God, I heard him be like flexing how much money he spent on the area, the ticket that he was gonna go. He did it. It just couldn't make it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Nigga, we spent 50,000 just on nigga. It's whatever, nigga.
Yeah.
We
like-
wasted 50,000.
Right. I was like, interesting.
But if he gets a ticket, if he flies out to another city just to go, would that be even more impressive?
Only if it's LA.
Only if he's going to fight somebody he said he would fight.
Only if it's LA. If he does it in like Philly, who cares?
Only if it's LA.
Gotta be LA.
No.
Why? What's so special about LA? Like
It's
the
gotta be
amount
on
of-
somebody's home
the
turf.
amount
But
of-
I don't think
okay.
that's the. Oh, all right. What if he has like 5 security guards? You still gonna give it to him?
Yeah, I don't think he's going dolo anyway.
Yeah.
Shea Glizzy will definitely be there.
Yeah, she's gonna be his first layer of protection.
Yeah. But yo, dead ass. She's like, I have to. She said, I have to protect this bag.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
shit is still spending right now. So she's definitely.
Her aura is enough to just. I
Yeah.
don't wanna fuck
I'm
with this
taking
nigga.
all threats from Shea Glizzy around Akademiks seriously because
Yeah.
that nigga's paid. You know what I'm saying? He's paid like he weighs. So she got to keep him around as long as possible.
Yeah.
She was just on. I don't know if this is even timeline wise real or not, but she was. They made it look like on Reddit that she was on vacation with another nigga, and then they was like, "Yo, Axe out here funding this nigga's vacation." That shit was funny.
That's how it be, though.
And then that is how it be. And then they just like reposted where he's like kissing all over her, like this nigga is sick, man. Cuckademics they call him. Cuckademics.
Nah, man.
I feel like he would spin that in his favor somehow. Like, yo, I just work so hard I can't vacation.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta send my bitch with somebody.
It costs to be the boss, man. That's why I'm tricking. What you think? Simple, man.
Oh man.
Somebody got to do it.
But nah.
But yeah, I don't know. Cam and Mace haven't got on their show. We haven't gotten that response. I just know that Treasure jumped in. How y'all feel about that whole? I don't even know where we're at time wise. Okay, we're at Academic Live. Where we at?
47.
15 minutes. Okay.
Nice balanced number.
Let's do one more just within that. Do y'all think it is good? Do y'all like women teaming up in media like this? The way they kind of did the whole Lauren said
I mean,
that.
definitely don't mind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool to see that they not all beefing. I think it's better. It's probably better for all of their own individual celebrities. Like, if Loren and Stat really got cool and linked up, did a little work together, you know, they cross-pollinating platforms.
Right.
That way she don't got to beef with niggas to get lit. She can just collaborate. But with Akademiks, it kind of warrants that, dog.
It does.
It warrants that. He has, like, whatever his credibility is in the game, it's literally at the bottom of the barrel. And that's why he gets so triggered when niggas play with his name.
How come niggas just
people
don't
that
accept
talk
that
about him
nobody
are-
likes them?
Because
Why is that not okay?
He did all of this to get the love and admiration that comes with it. And so the fact that he's like, it's probably like some weird cognitive dissonance shit he's going
like the
through.
money's not enough.
For what?
Because he got to the point that he should have been at to get the love and admiration.
But he's not respected.
He has
on the
everything
same
else
level.
except that shit. So it's
Yeah.
like, man, fuck y'all niggas. Like, I'm literally gonna turn on the whole entire world then.
What was AJ's question?
I don't know.
What'd you ask him to make him say that?
I can't remember.
I think I just went on my own little thing.
Yeah, I can't remember
well,
100%. Do you remember?
Women teaming up.
That was before we got to that.
That was
though.
before that, yeah.
But it was something after that.
And there was a seed from that sprouted to that opinion.
Regardless, like the video for that. I mean, fuck it. But it not.
Long story short, acne therapy.
Act do need
Acne
therapy.
therapy, dog.
Act
No,
do
he
need
doesn't.
therapy.
He doesn't have the confidence of a person that's in his position.
But isn't everybody that talks about him a hypocrite? Like, why are all these people that are
Us?
in us or, them, stat baby, people that are so-called above him intellectually,
Yeah. He whooping all the
content-wise,
solo.
why are they talking about him if, like, he's beneath them? You know what I mean? Like, why even waste your time on academics?
Well,
Because
You know what I'm
those
saying?
people don't respect him.
yeah.
But
And it's not a waste of your time because Akademiks himself has no problem mentioning anybody.
yeah, but
For whatever reason. Like, it just...
But he also didn't mention them. So it's like I'm just saying, like, if you
Oh,
think
yeah,
you're
that's what
above somebody, you know what I mean? If you really think you're better than them at every aspect for the culture,
Wow.
as for black people, like, why even mention a certain person's, like,
We're
Especially
kind
in
of
the way it
putting...
came up.
especially,
In the way it came
But
up.
we're kind
Especially
of
the
putting
way it
those
came
words in their mouths. Like, did Loren literally say, I'm better for media than you?
No. We're
You know
just
what I
going
mean?
off the
No.
demeanor.
Yeah, so like it's framed that way a little bit, but I think it's just an overall lack of respect for academics, which is warranted. Like, this is not happening for no reason. He has enough on his own resume, his own track record, to the point where, all right, Akademiks is just the guy that everybody can just throw a loose insult at.
well,
Pretty much,
I-
he
yeah.
earned
That is kind of how it
well,
is. Yeah.
I don't know about that reasoning. I do get that he's not clear of any consequence because he did bring up something with ticket sales.
Yeah.
So it's not
Right,
like
right.
she brought him up out of nowhere technically, but she did kind of use his name just to,
get hot,
to prove
honestly.
a point.
Yeah.
She seemed like she was drunk.
Good
In the
for her.
Chicks video when they
Think
was
about
going,
him while you're drunk. Like, yo, I remember that time Akademiks said nobody was going to be in here. Let me tweet that nigga right now.
I don't think it was that deep. I think it was literally like some frivolous drunk shit where she was just like, hey, Akademiks, you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Now, back to my original point. Yo, I'm a nigga.
It's bothering you.
I'm gonna get this lighter and burn this nigga. But back to my original point. If it was just some drunk, like whatever, like shit, why are you even thinking about somebody beneath you while you're seeing Kendrick?
Well, you keep putting the beneath you
But
thing, and
because
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you for argument's sake. I'll give it to you for argument's sake.
Let's not. We can infer, nigga. It's not illegal to infer on something.
I can
Most
infer
people-
differently than you, nigga.
Not necessarily. Yeah, I mean,
I did.
whatever.
Talking your
but
mic.
most people,
I like infer. That's some intelligent shit.
it's
Now,
inferred, nigga.
now roll into that bully, nigga.
Nigga, let me bully this nigga. Don't stop me for you neck, nigga.
My bad. I
Do
was
what
no problem.
F-Mac doing. But it's not illegal to infer on somebody's intentions and like how they feel about somebody, especially somebody like Akademiks, which I agree with. Like, I don't disagree with that. But I do feel like, shit.
You can infer, but you can't propagate. Now, with Akademiks,
Oh, shit, he done up the
that
score,
nigga, you know what I mean? But hey, you're gonna have your turn too.
propagate.
You're gonna have your turn too, brother. But Akademiks, I get what you're saying, but like if you literally said it for anybody else in the fucking universe, it would have more weight. This is Akademiks we're talking about. He literally spoke about Lauren LoRosa unprompted on her end back during the whole Just Hilarious beef. This is a nigga that has no problem going on his platform and saying whatever the fuck he got to say. He has no problem tweeting motherfuckers. So it's like, you can't You can't play that argument
Wait,
now.
he talked about her during the beef she had with Jess?
Yeah.
You mean commentating on another media platform?
Yeah.
As a media person who commentates?
Like what Loren 𝔓𝔏𝚃 did, commenting on another media personality's opinion or take on something that happened culturally.
But was he commenting on that to get her attention? To like get somebody's attention?
I can infer that that was what he was doing.
Oh, that's such a good word.
If we're gonna speculate,
and I can say
if we're gonna speculate, let's speculate.
And I can say chronologically, I like the way y'all just did that.
Fuck. We almost had it. Like, we almost proved we was fighting this motherfucker.
Not many people watch LOI.
That nigga likes the order we did it in. He was like, yo, that shit was timely as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But
Oh,
shit.
man.
What will come of this? Who knows? Is it stupid? Yes, it's dumb as shit. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But I would love to see. I love to see Cam and Mace beat up on anybody. So it doesn't matter who it is. It could be my favorite person. It could be whoever my favorite podcast is right now. I don't give a fuck. If Cam and Mace got a problem with you, I'm probably on their side.
Yeah.
In that moment, because just the exchange in words, they haven't lost yet for real. These niggas is flawless in terms of the verbal beef. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah.
All right, before we move to this next topic, I have to urinate.
Yes. We are back from the break. Like the video. Hashtag office hours in the comment section below in case you forgot.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Yes, that too. But Piers Morgan, Marc Lamont, Lily Gaddy, and another white girl made history of like just insulting and embarrassing everybody, the whole human race. Like when this first got brought up.
Ricky 𝔓𝔏𝚃.
Yeah, that's her name.
𝔓𝔏.
Where's she from?
I don't know.
Slavic?
I don't know where she's from. She's a podcaster and an author. She made a couple good points, not to discredit her and shit, but fuck.
You voted for Trump. Ain't no telling what that bitch said.
It was kind of a disaster. When I first saw it, I only saw it because of Marc Lamont's,
the fact that he was there.
Meltdown.
If you want to call it, his moment, his nigga moment. And I kind of like held off on watching the full thing because I didn't know how important it was.
Right.
But this whole shit was pretty amazing. Like everybody made a fool out of themselves equally.
You mean amazing on the back end, right?
On the back end and on the front end for like what they were talking about. So if you don't know, Shiloh Hendrix is a woman from somewhere racist because yes.
Somewhere racist?
Somewhere racist. Name somewhere. It doesn't matter.
Alabama?
West Virginia.
Arkansas. So basically, there was a situation where a black autistic child allegedly took something from her kid and, she called the child
at the playground
derogatory names at the playground.
The R and the ER.
R and the ER. But let's just watch it real quick to get it out the way because, it's kind of quick.
Shiloh Hendrix went viral after a video showed the young mother racially abusing a 5-year-old, allegedly for stealing from her young child.
Call him a child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again?
Fuck you.
Huh? All right, that's what you say.
Minnesota.
You don't go digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him the little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old?
Now, pause. This whole video is all about this and Carmelo Anthony. If you don't know about Carmelo Anthony,
those are insane correlations.
And it like,
did they bridge them in an intellectual way?
And that's the whole point. I don't know what Piers Morgan's like MO is. I don't know if he's like, I don't know if he takes a center approach or if he takes certain like stances just to prove a point or to get other people's like.
It's hard. It's hard to say with him because he is on Fox News, correct?
No, he's on his own channel.
No, he's on his own channel.
Yeah,
okay,
YouTube,
but he used to be a Fox News anchor.
He used to be somewhere.
I remember we were watching that Breakfast Club interview that he had. His career was illustrious.
Yeah.
Like he had an illustrious ass career. He's been fired from multiple platforms for being too objective or saying too much of the truth.
Yeah, man, you mind Googling that?
So now he's in.
his past workplace, but basically, yeah, like
or just timestamp this area because I'll link it. Our video.
You'll link it
because we talked about it in our video.
Oh, okay.
So I'll link it. Just timestamp it. Don't even worry about googling that.
And so basically, Carmelo Anthony's story. They were at a track meet. Somebody walked up. He walked up to his tent.
It was raining. He was trying to get duck for cover.
Dude said, "Get out my tent." He said, "Yo, like get out my tent. Like my hair gonna get curly." Hard ER. He said, things happen. Somebody got stabbed. He's dead.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because, death is always bad, regardless of what happened.
Especially with 2 kids.
Carmelo Anthony, the black child, did that to the white boy.
Did that to the white boy.
Yes.
And so basically, these two situations are trying to be like connected in some weird way. Like they're trying to find a reason to connect them. Like, what is going on? Why is that people are celebrating, the GoFundMe? It's not a GoFundMe, it's the Give and Go of Shiloh. Why are they celebrating the Give and Go of Shiloh and, not like putting down the GoFundMe of Carmelo Anthony?
Because Carmelo Anthony faced a little bit of, backlash for having his GoFundMe and the way that it was alleged that his parents was fucking with it. Like they were saying that they was buying cribs. They were saying certain things that were proven untrue.
Yeah.
But
they always say that anytime a nigga makes a GoFundMe, though.
And they were
and just the essence of him even having a GoFundMe to begin with.
They were trying to apply like a moral ethic code while connecting both of them. When like you could just look at them separately and like talk about them separately.
Right.
2 different episodes. Probably would have been better.
Now, we're going to show a couple of Marc Lamont's, Hill's high moments. We're not just going to show everybody's bad moments. But
it's not just highlights, it's lowlights.
It's lowlights.
Lowlights, it's highlights.
Mm-hmm. And this was just nothing but lowlights, nothing but like just people too predicated on their opinions. But,
Marc Lamont and nigga moment.
Real quick, what was your opinion of that white woman that was just there right beside Piers Morgan? What was her name again?
Lily Gaddis.
Lily Gaddis.
She's
with someone.
Okay. I don't know how to feel about her. Like when I saw her speaking, I was like, she's a racist.
What is this?
Yeah, I was like, I feel like I could talk to her and like possibly lay with her. You know what I mean? I didn't feel I didn't feel a racist.
Who proudly says
I feel I could grab her by it, but
well, that don't mean she's not racist.
No, but I just didn't feel like she was being real about it. Like she's racist, and we're gonna talk about why she's racist because she.
Let's not forget Myron Gaines is there too.
Myron Gaines is there, and that's
I want to live in a
problem. But my opinion on her is she's kind of a joke. Like a Nick Fuentes type of anarchist.
Who is that?
Intellectual. Nick, what's his name?
Fuentes.
Fuentes?
Fuentes.
I said Fuentes.
Yeah.
Fuentes.
Fuentes.
Fuentes. I mean, it's like, why are you trying to say a racist name right? Like, yeah, who's the weird guy now? But
he's a Mexican cosplaying as a racist white man. It's crazy.
He's Mexican?
Fuentes?
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely Hispanic.
You see, I don't even
He's white passing like Louis C.K.
But Lily Gaddis, she's a crazy person. She might be an idiot, and we're going to show her low moments right now because I think she's the first on the chopping block of just all these moments are nigga moments.
Okay.
This is the
Marc Lamont Hill's
1233.
1233 on the
of the YouTube video. Yeah, appreciate that, Mac. Let's hear what she has to say. Now, the context of what she was talking about, right? Piers Morgan had asked her a question of like, do you think it's okay for, people to say these things, especially to a black child? Like, it's completely dishonorable.
Okay, gotcha.
How could you do this? And a minute before this timestamp, she literally said a bunch of nothing. If you want to go back 20 seconds just to see the build up, it's fucking stupid.
Okay.
But let's just hit play.
Another white person, and it doesn't matter.
Why would you want to support a white racist?
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech in a country.
No, that's fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. She is. I mean, would you use the N-word out of interest?
Yes.
You would.
I do quite frequently.
You use the N-word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist, are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, well, if you use the N-word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, 𝙬𝔬𝔪 is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter.
Pause real quick. This is hilarious because this is a huge platform. How many views are we at right now?
888.
Almost at 1 million, right?
How long has it been out?
7 days, 818.
So it's like, this is a big news media platform. It's supposed to come here with to be smarter. And it's like, she's up here saying that.
Yeah.
And now it's just funny because it's like, niggas get on us for saying just like certain things wrong. And it's like, listen to this bitch. Are you in these comments too? You know what I'm saying? Like,
like, what are you really fighting for?
right,
You know what I
This is
mean?
crazy, dog.
Your talents could be used other places.
And it's also just like, man, there's so much worse, wrong shit you can say out loud.
Worse, wrong shit.
But she had the confidence of a person who's faced the same conversation multiple times. Though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it felt theatrical.
I feel like her and Myron would be a power couple.
Yeah.
She sounded a little unsure with it, honestly. She wasn't battle tested enough.
Well, because she's trying, she settled with her being a racist because it was weird. She was like, the ADL, that's what they call me.
Right.
She tried to get out of it. But
as some would say,
she tried to make a higher point about white nationalism for, like, she's trying to make a point about free speech, which is already like, it's hard to do that, especially when you like are able to like not put down a racist.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Maybe. Yeah. She wants white people to have the same freedom of language that everybody else does.
But her point is being standed on with, like, yeah, I'm a racist. And, if that's what I have to be for white people to band together because black people are, and, that's literally this whole video. Every time she speaks, she's making it about something that has nothing to do with Shiloh. But let's play a couple more seconds of it.
Sorry, but just to be clear, you just said to me you use the N-word regularly. In what context? Do you use it with black people?
Yes, if it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate to use the N-word? When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist?
Correct.
Well, do you understand that makes you a despicable human being?
I guess so. I don't really care. I mean, why are we not talking about Shiloh Hendrix? Why are we talking about?
Well, actually, I think you've moved it on in this debate very quickly to your own racism, which explains why you've supported her in public and why you've got all these views. You see no problem with a woman shrieking the N-word repeatedly because you yourself are a despicable racist, and you've just proudly.
Hey, he frying this bitch up right now.
Yeah, nah. Man,
God damn.
This bitch is from Jupiter.
He said, well, we were trying to have cover another point, but since you just gave me this layup so easily, let me go ahead and dunk on you, bitch.
We cannot talk about this.
I'm glad you said layup because she is making it easy for him. It's like nothing else matters now. It's like, this white woman just said she's racist.
Now,
she's cool with it.
He's getting everything off.
Every white woman needs a Prince Charming. And Myron comes to save the day, 1533.
You could tell by the way he was licking his lips.
Bro,
forward.
Yeah, before you leave, look at him. He's like, this is a lead. No,
these are the type of bitches he got hair transplants for.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Yep. That's why he ranked those boats. Yeah, 1533, man.
Myron.
1530. Let's make it even.
Games, because you've been smirking and laughing. What's funny about any of this?
Well, I mean, I find it interesting that you guys want to virtue signal and, wag the finger and say she's a racist and everything else like this.
No, she admitted she's a racist.
Well, let me
I'm not wagging a finger at anybody.
She's self-identified as a racist.
But Myron, with respect, Myron, I don't need to wag a finger when somebody says, yeah, I'm racist. I use the N-word against black people. I don't care. That's a racist. I'm not wagging any finger. I'm not accusing anybody. She is admitting it proudly. Even you can't defend that, surely.
Everybody is racist to some degree. The reality is it depends on, a lot of people want to be politically correct. A lot of people want to sit there and say, I'm not racist at all. We all have biases. We all have stereotypes. We all make jokes. We all are racist to some degree. Now, how racist you are is a whole other situation, but everyone is racist. That's number one. Next thing I want to say, see, I think this 𝙬𝔬𝔃 situation is a microcosm of a much bigger problem. And that bigger problem is what I call systemic organized. And what I mean by this...
Systemic organized what?
What did he say?
Systemic organized iggorism.
That's what he said?
Is that what he said?
Go back and read his mouth. That's what I think he said. Go back. That was...
Oh, so you reading lips.
Because they blocked the words.
Right.
So it has to be...
That is one of the only words that they would block, too.
I saw... It's You know what I mean?
Let me see it.
Let's go back.
We all have stereotypes. We all make jokes. We all are racist to some degree. Now, how racist you are is a whole other situation, but everyone is racist. That's number one. Next thing I want to say. See, I think this 𝙬𝔬𝔃 situation is a microcosm of a much bigger problem. And that bigger problem is what I call systemic organized. And what I mean by this is for decades, we've had black people.
Pause.
Iggorism.
Why did nobody's facial expressions like move when he said it? You know what I mean?
Like
I was looking for like
it was a term we all knew already.
Because all right, Marc Lamont, he already knows to be disappointed in Myron. The white girl, she's mad that somebody came in and saved her. And the other girl on the far right, hasn't
said a word. She looks sick.
She's the most
she looks like
reasonable one, but I still don't like her because she's one of those like, can't we just all get along? It's like, bitch, that's not the point here.
This is a good panel.
In terms of, like, she's like, no, they're both wrong. Like, just because everybody's mad at them, they're both wrong. Like, nah, that's not how the way it works. But, yeah, Myron, he's kind of despicable.
What was his point?
His point...
I want to hear him break down.
Yeah, I want to hear him break down the microcosm of the real issue.
Right.
Literally running around with black supremacy, committing crimes, not getting accountability for their actions, and then they blame the system for it. For example, George Floyd, criminal. Ferguson, criminals. Freddie Gray, criminal. A lot of these people are criminals, and what ends up happening is they challenge the police officer, they get into a physical altercation, things go left, they die, something happens, use of force is utilized, and then they want to cry about the result, when in reality, it's not the police killing black people, it's black people killing black people. And if you want to talk about black on white violence, black people kill white people 2 times as much. And on top of that, most of the shootings in America, a lot of the times, are white cops killing other unarmed white men. So this whole systemic racism or police brutality or, oh, it's all so messed up. The reality is this. Black people have been able to get away with a ridiculous amount of privilege in America for a very long time. They're able to be racist with impunity. They're able to call white people crackers without being challenged back. And quite frankly, white America's had enough of it, and the chickens have come to roost. Now, look, am I saying that's awesome? Am I saying that's great? No, but for literally the better part of almost 2 decades since the Obama era, we've had to have BLM and liberalism shoved down our throats, and quite frankly, we're all tired of it.
Right, but just to be clear...
Pause. I don't understand how somebody could be this stupid in 2025, dog.
Now,
like, at this point, it's on purpose. Like, you're choosing to ignore history. You're choosing to ignore, like, the truth of the situation because all them stats that he just spatted out, he knows how to get the information, dog. He's just choosing to ignore what's really true. Like,
and the thing is,
how is he talking about black on white crime and saying that we've had a position of racial privilege because of what we've been able to say? But niggas don't mention anything about like gerrymandering and shit, redlining.
And this is the problem with
food stamps.
It's not beneficial to his point.
Like real shit that like happened after slavery that like legally niggas was literally put in a position to where, all right, we can only go this far.
This is also Myron saying this. Isn't it just fascinating?
Myron
he hates niggas.
But he chooses when he wants to identify as one. That's what I don't like. Like, don't say black people. It's either us or them, nigga.
Yeah,
you can't keep going back and forth like that.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, and it's the worst part is like there's no purpose behind it. You know what I mean? Like I don't even feel like there's a true inner purpose.
Nah, it just needs to be said to them. I got to get this off my chest. Look how these niggas are out here. That's what he wakes up in the morning. I got to tell black people about themselves today.
Like, I don't even think it's that for real. I think he's more so, he believes it, but on like a surface level. I think his belief in this shit gets him access to motherfuckers that he actually fucks with. Like people that he wants to be around.
Yeah.
These are the kind of lines that you got to agree with.
I don't know. Every time he goes in white supremacy spaces, they kick him out. They're like, why is that monkey in here?
And that's what he needs more of. Like, that's the only way to maybe get it through his head. He just hasn't dealt with no real racism.
He needs his friends. He needs Fresh. He needs to be disowned by Fresh. That's what needs to happen.
Disowned?
Disowned.
Fresh has to get framed for a crime that he didn't do.
I thought he did already.
Yes.
Something
by a white woman.
Something egregious, though. He needs, like, fed time.
He needs to
nigga.
get Shannon Sharp.
Literally. He needs to, like, on some wrong place, wrong time.
Yep.
It was really this white dude with blue hair and blue eyes that got away with the crime.
But it's not going to be enough, though, because then he's just going to be like, hey, you know, it happens. You know, the numbers show that it happens.
I think it happening to Fresh will bring it all home, dog.
Sometimes the police make mistakes, guys.
Yeah.
He say it like that. That's exactly what
he would find a way to blame Fresh.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh no, you right, nigga.
Yeah.
This is a lost cause.
Go to 1730.
Who's this?
This is gonna be more of Myron. He gets caught in a bind, and I think Mark. I think the Black Fist the Black Fist of Justice comes in.
Past that 1730.
Yeah, 1730.
We went past it already.
Yeah, we already passed.
Oh,
that.
okay. So Mark's about to activate then.
No, 1750. Shit. But yeah, the Black Fist of Justice is about to come through and destroy all this white shit. Let's see.
Right, but just to be clear, you would have no problem with one member of this panel openly saying she uses the N-word at black people with impunity and is proud of being a racist. You have no problem with that?
My worldview on the protection of the First Amendment and freedom of speech overrides my personal feelings. She has the right to say
That's
it.
fine. You can support the First Amendment, but you can also have a personal view about what she said.
My feelings are irrelevant. The Constitution is the Constitution. That's what matters.
Oh, that's fascinating. Hold on. So when it comes to chastising black Americans about their behavior, about calling white people crackers, as you say, about their moral claims about the racist system, you can levy a judgment against black Americans for all the things they do. But when it comes to this woman saying the N-word, and this other woman endorsing it and saying that she herself uses the N-word, now all of a sudden we can only talk about the Constitution and the legal right. We can't offer any moral judgment against it. That's disingenuous. And it's as the only black American up here, that's quite frustrating to hear.
Here's the thing. If you want to be soft and get offended by that, that's your fucking problem, not mine.
Let me ask Ricky. Let me ask Ricky.
This isn't about being soft any more than when you were desperately saving these white people.
Hold on. This sensitive nature that you have is precisely why we have this problem.
It's not about being sensitive. It's about I didn't articulate. Hold on. Let me finish, Myron. Let me speak and then I'll let you respond. Myron, sure. I didn't articulate any sensitivity here. What I said, in the same way that you levied a judgment against black people, I'm levying one against the claims you're making. I'm no more sensitive than you were when you made your claim. I'm simply saying I disagree with you. And to immediately jump to you're being sensitive is just a distraction. I'm making an argument here. Just respond to my argument.
No. If you're struggling with sleepless nights and exhausting.
I wonder what it's like to be in Myron's brain. Like, I feel like he might actually think he's one of the smartest niggas in the world.
Myron's an idiot.
Ole would be proud of you. You remember when we had when Ole was on here? I think it was the first time, and you were like, "Myron's smart," and she was like, "Why do you say that?"
Yo, we had a whole debate on what it means to be smart. Like, she literally taught me how to debate in that moment. She was like, "No, you said he was smart. Why?"
I remember that
that's
shit.
Good. I've never done that.
I remember that shit. You're coming around, man.
Well, nah,
that's the thing about this nigga. He advocates for both sides. It just depends on what episode you watch.
Because calling there's probably a word that I'm looking for because he's obviously not stupid.
He's competent.
He's competent. Might be the word. Are you?
My thing. I mean, all right. That's a whole nother letter. I mean. Competent. You think most people can do what he does? You think that's just
I don't think most people are competent.
You don't think most people are competent?
Well, you got to understand what competent means. It's like competent means that you have the essentials for what you need, for whatever you're trying to do. Having the necessary ability, knowledge, or skill to do something. So in terms of like being able to articulate a point and focus on it and like go and say big words, yes, he can do that, but that's not knowledge. That's capability.
Yeah, but I'm also speaking in terms of like not his words, but just lifestyle and business. Like it's
There's a lot of dumb people who are successful, dog.
Shit ton.
That is true.
And you gotta understand, he didn't like start a tech company. He started a fucking media brand. He was talking shit.
A podcast. And got canceled.
It's a business,
And
but
lost
it's
his
not the
business.
same as
Yeah,
like
it's not.
as like a real.
He lost the revenue to that business too.
And so, good point, AJ.
Yeah,
Forgot about that shit.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, nah, like just because you have money and a certain amount of notoriety, it doesn't equate to intelligence.
Competent.
You're
It doesn't.
capable.
It doesn't equate. I don't know. Yeah, I think a little bit it does though. Just a little bit. I mean, there's only one Forrest Gump. You know what I'm saying? Like some dude that can just be like, oh man, I just want to do this. And it all works out. And like he gets money and shit. Like most people have to like have a certain level of intelligence. Now there's a word
to make it off base.
There's a word that we can use that's like not.
It's competent.
Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
that's more intelligent than us.
I promise you, we're using the right word. He's very capable. How hard do you think it is to have a podcast?
Look at us. Bunch of idiots.
Like, do you think it's that?
No.
You think it requires that much?
Okay.
You know, it's scheming and cunningness. Like, you gotta understand. The nigga got lit talking about a whole genre of beliefs. That whole red pill shit. He tapped into an audience that already existed.
Yeah.
They just had a certain look to it. They was in Miami. They had like 15 bitches in the room. So you're gonna spike. It wasn't the most incredibly intelligent shit that's ever happened.
Now, back to your point, they tapped into it after years of doing content about money management, being a regular dude, like trying to get bitches. They tapped into it years after.
Yeah.
So, like, even with that, like playing the fool, there's a certain level of intelligence that comes with that. And I think he forgot that he was playing the fool. But on to the conversation about him being smart. I mean, look, competent, smart. I just don't. He's competent, I guess. I guess that's the word. Somebody needs to intelligentize this conversation in the comment section by liking the video and sharing.
Get our verbiage correct.
Yeah.
But he's definitely capable. But those are two different things.
What are we talking about?
We kind of got distracted on the whole smart, intelligent thing because I think you were saying that in conjunction to a whole other point you was making.
Because everybody had a nigga moment. Let's go to the other link with Joe Budden beside him. We don't got to listen to what Joe Budden has to say. We hear him all the time. But shout out to Joe. This is the infamous nigga moment. Now, this wasn't in the live, or excuse me, not live, but this wasn't in the regular video. It was cut out, I believe. Somebody correct me in the comment section. But let's just hear it. Basically, what happened was Lily Gaddis, she was kind of being peer pressured to say the N-word by Piers. Let's listen to it.
I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
go
not
on then,
have
say
free-
it. Say
You
the
will
M-
not have
Go on,
free
say
speech.
go on. Say the M word. Go on.
No.
hang on.
Invite. No. I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her for ratings to call me the N-word because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here. You and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and asking her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Piers. I understand what you're trying to do, but we already know she's racist, and I don't want to invite a racial harm to me.
I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there. Thank you all very much.
I want to live in a country.
Ish needs to take notes because this has always been a flaw with Marc Lamont Hill. If he gets
to that point,
and the trigger is hit, he's no longer intelligent. He just seems to just start venting.
That was a valid crash out.
Yeah, I think so.
That was valid as hell.
Not necessarily.
In terms of the performance arts of what Piers was trying to do.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, up until this point, this bitch has been popping a lot of shit.
And hasn't been proving it. She hasn't been proving. She's been like 5 toes, maybe 6 toes in but she's still not like she's really proving it.
Yeah, and I think in Piers' mind, he's like, let me see this bitch really about it. Because either A, she's gonna say it and get killed on the internet for it, or B, she's not gonna say it, and everything she said before don't matter.
And that's just in terms of like the theatrics, and I know you love that, AJ. You got to agree to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like Mark fucked up a good moment, but also I'm just saying you like
that was valid,
you know. But and just like losing your temper, and unfortunately, just completely eradicates all the credibility, all the years of knowledge, all the books you've read.
Whoa,
and just
what?
Losing your emotions.
Well, you niggas sound like Myron now.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far, but just in that very moment, Myron is a nigga you never want to prove right.
No, and you gotta understand, like, what you're talking to people that are beneath you. You're talking to people that are beneath you.
What's up with you in this social hierarchy shit?
I'm saying
that's the third time you done equated a nigga's value.
That's what they're saying. Like, that's what they're saying. You don't think you think Marc Lamont thinks highly of Myron?
I don't think that's how he's approaching this conversation. Nah. Even if he does, even if that is true, I don't think he's approaching this from all right, let me go talk to a bunch of fucking peons. It's gonna be a layup.
No,
I do think they think that when they get invited to a panel, who gonna be there? Let me go talk to these fucking.
Oh,
bums.
Myron.
I think Myron might think that, and that's because he's an ignorant dude.
You don't think Marc Lamont thinks that?
Nah, dog.
I think
against
all debaters
racists,
think that.
against
his bread and butter,
a bread and butter, and let's be honest, it is a layup because being a racist is not. It's illogical.
Terrible. It's terrible grounds to stand on.
What question were you asking me?
I don't know, but I feel like I was right, and you made me lose my train of thought. But
it sounded like it wasn't that correct.
I had a problem with the fact that y'all thought he fucked up the moment and he lost his cool. Like,
the moment was supposed to be her melting down. That's what was supposed to go viral. It was supposed to be us jumping on her neck for looking stupid, but instead,
we can already jump on her neck though.
Yeah, we can, but we could go a little bit deeper. We can always go a little bit further, especially if she gives us the rope to hang her with.
Yeah, because I could already hear her voice cracking while saying it. If she
was folding,
she was going to fold under that pressure, and then everything that she said to try to legitimize her argument would have been null and void at that point, dog.
Exactly.
She's not really about that shit.
Exactly, and it only would have proved Mark's point of her being a racist.
Yeah,
you get what I mean, and that's the thing.
Even more so that it's not an appropriate thing to do. Because the fact that she probably wasn't gonna do it just now proves the whole thing that the nigga was talking about.
And it discredits her. She's a bigot. Like even if you choose to support, and she's a bigot that's a Christian. I got a timestamp of that. Like,
most
she's
of
like,
them are.
I'm Christian. I love everybody. I just want free speech. It's like, bitch, what?
That's also her protection, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you gotta have some
lynch
level.
a nigga and go to church on Sunday.
Yeah,
the preacher's there.
That's what they did.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
But I do think this was the only bad thing Marc Lamont did this whole thing.
I don't think this is bad at all.
And when I say bad, look, that's just the word that I'm using. But you're talking to like two bigots.
I think that was a really good response. Cool. Better response than I would have did.
I think he should have let her do whatever was about to happen and then hang her with that.
Yeah.
Hang her with that. Because now
that was a crazy. I feel like he shut it down effectively.
By spitting into his camera lens?
I think it was a little bit much. It was a little bit much.
Let's go back.
He literally,
did you hear that?
You know what it fucked up all the structure of everybody's arguments to that point. Because Myron's was sitting on the ground. And then when he gets all emotional, okay, now Myron's shit starts to make a little bit more sense. Because he was saying the nigga was sensitive.
It's like, you know, it's just a classic.
AJ, he reframed the whole logical structure of this video.
And you gotta understand, when you're fighting bigots, all it takes, they don't even need an inch. They just need it like just a little millimeter, you know what I mean? So at this very moment, they're like, oh, monkey. Not even a monkey, a chimpanzee.
And we're not saying this to advocate for her ability to say that word.
Yeah.
We wanted her to say the word so we
wanted
could
her to fully
choke
hang
her foot
herself.
or digitally.
Well,
But
I wanted to see her prove it.
exactly, either or. But
You like that shit, don't you?
I like that.
He like him a nice little racist like that.
What the fuck?
Nah, but it is
It's
a part.
self-hate.
That
But
shit was
it
gonna turn
is.
him on, bro.
But it's a part of like
He want to lay with her.
you.
Right? He didn't say that.
I didn't say that.
He would like to take her to
I
bed.
can lay with her.
There's something different going on the way you watching
Yeah,
this shit.
yeah.
Probably Game of Thrones.
He
is
like,
the-
yo, call me
but
one, baby.
This is nah, man. He could have really led her just into a trap that she could have never got out of. You know what I mean? Because
Did y'all hear what he said though?
let's just watch this reaction.
I want to live in a country where people are allowed to say what they want unashamedly, and you will
Well, go
not
on then.
have
Say
free-
it. Say
You
the
will
M.
not have
Go on.
free
Say.
speech.
Go on. Say the M word. Go on.
I know it's
Hang on.
Don't invite. No. I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term in front of me because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her for ratings to call me the N-word because that's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here. You and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and to ask her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Piers. I understand what you're trying to do, but we already know she's a racist.
Now this is why you have to respect.
That was bars, nigga. He said you would never do that with a small hat. You got me fucked up, and
You see, I like the fair kind of approach where it's like, oh, Mr. Marcus, like you can't be serious. I like that approach. This was just it.
I don't even get what you mean by that first
I
approach.
like the cool suave. Well, you don't understand the reference, but Farrakhan, he was talking to fucking, I forgot his last name, but he had asked him a goofy question on like some war going on in Nigeria, and Farrakhan's whole point was like, nigga, we live in America, we fund the wars, and you know, you got to see it. I'm not about to fuck it.
You don't even know the reference.
If you don't understand the reference, it's whatever.
I know what you mean, though.
You know what I mean. Do you understand the reference?
Yeah, I know. Because I feel like it could, if he handled that a little cooler.
A little cooler. Now, that is ignorant. Now, I want my niggas to be cooler, but I do want my niggas to be cooler.
Well, no,
just like a
cooler is a better way of
chill about it.
Yeah,
because like he did pop off right there, and that did prove Myron's point a little.
It proved and I don't know what that gun said, but it probably said,
and even
monkey boy,
and even more so, it's like, okay, if this is your reaction,
let me tell y'all what
to
this
her
is.
almost saying it. What would you have done if she said it?
Well, let me tell you what's actually happened. This is what's actually happening is we're noticing how comfortable it is for even white people in open conversation to be like, yeah, just say it. And no disregard, no regard at all or care for black people or their culture. That's what Piers was moving with. That's how it came off. Even though his intention wasn't that, it comes off with, well, all right, well, if the N-word is so bad, just say it. I give you the pass to say it. Me, a British white man. Let me give another American white woman the pass to say the N-word. When, if it was a fucking Jewish person up there, he wouldn't be like, go ahead, call him some disrespectful shit. Call him that. They would never, because they respect the Jews too much.
I don't think
it's the level of respect that we have collectively amongst other people.
It wasn't a pass, it was a dare.
Yeah.
And it was a dare that it was a dare that I'm pretty sure he thinks that she wasn't going to accept.
But you wouldn't
and
dare
you can
Jew.
tell by whatever she was about to
But you
scramble
also
with.
wouldn't dare Jew.
We don't know that. This is Piers
and I
Morgan.
think that's inconsequential to the point.
It's not, because he brought
is.
that up.
I feel you, but I don't think that could.
And I believe he would have done it. I think he would have done it.
Maybe.
the same. I think Piers Morgan would have done that.
Maybe.
But how would Mark look?
Hasn't he talked to Kanye?
Piers Morgan?
Yeah, I think
He's
so.
talked
So he
to,
would do
he's
it.
talked to the Tate brothers
So
too.
he would do it.
He's talked to he's talked to a lot of
Kanye's not
different.
a Jew.
But say something bad about Jews, he's talked to Kanye.
He would talk Kanye and that's
Kanye's gonna say it.
But that's enough. That proves the point that he would talk to somebody who said derogatory things about a culture, an ethnic group that allegedly controls the world. But like that just I'm just saying that proves the point.
This is also Piers Morgan's style. Like this isn't not for nothing. Every
Maybe.
time he's in a debate and he's in the panel with somebody that's on the opposite end of his opinion, he'll pull these tactics.
Yeah,
You
he
see,
needs
that's-
something to put you on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, like he'll do something to try to, all right, let me reposition you
What
real
was
quick.
that gun that Myron held up?
I don't know what it said.
It said something crazy.
It
offensive.
said something.
It was red and it had a white circle. I'm guessing it was a swastika.
That's
Oh, that's what I. Yeah.
so
I
if
even
he
thought
let that fly, if he lets that fly, then your point don't stand.
Yeah, we need.
If
to
that
see
was a swastika on that gun, and he literally didn't say nothing, nobody did. They was just like, all right, Myron's doing his thing.
But they also cut out Iggorism. And they probably would have cut out Igor. Let's be honest.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even though she would have said it would have got bleeped. It's not like, you know.
This woman on the far right has not spoke yet.
Yeah,
but
she's just sitting.
Well,
I mean,
we
I'm sure
didn't
she,
clip up her
I'm sure she
moments,
has, but
she made
they look like sisters, honestly.
She made a valuable point of like there's a difference between virtue signaling and vice signaling. Like, should we be adhering to people's vices of, like, you know, calling people the N-word?
That's a vice?
That's how she coined it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, wordplay. Just let her get her fucking wordplay
I gotta
on.
say hardy R.
But that's a vice for people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's
That's a vice.
it's subsidizing taboos.
Yeah.
I have to say it.
Well, what you got to say?
Nigger.
Why?
That's my vice.
That's his vice. He's trying to, you know.
Oh, he's in a bit. I forgot.
Right.
AJ be doing impressions now.
Yeah. But
nah,
there
are a lot of teenage boys that are, you know, just saying that shit willy-nilly.
Myron looks the most immature out of all of them, too.
Especially with that prop gun. That prop gun.
Right. This is just embarrassing.
And even Piers Morgan.
His parents are proud of him.
He's only one wearing the headphones, too.
Yeah. He probably got the
He
best.
just looks goofy. He looks like he's in a gaming chair.
I wish Mark had better quality.
Yeah, that's another thing. It just, you know.
He has the worst quality.
It's like, of course he does.
Right.
What do y'all?
No,
What do y'all think that white woman was about to say? What do y'all think she was about to say?
She was about, nigga. Her cycle was about to start. That's how nervous she was. She was about to send her body, you know, it's like shit. You know what I mean?
No. Die alone, nigga. I have no idea.
Nigga, I don't need to die. Fuck, I never die.
I don't think.
But I'm just saying, she would have just said, like, Piers, that's not the point I'm trying to make. Shiloh and this woman is being harassed. She would have got out of it the way white women typically do, just by, you know, just distraction.
That bitch was
bring up the point that was originally being talked about.
She was gonna fold like origami. Marc Lamont, you took us away from a real legendary moment. Piers Morgan was about to get a racist.
Mark would have gotten it though. I'm thinking.
Yeah, man.
Because it's like,
Mark would've gotten
how
it.
is he gonna look if he was sitting for that whole interaction and allowed that to happen?
Exactly.
If she ended up doing it.
That's what I'm saying. That was a clean. He
did
cleared that
It's
shit.
all about what you say after.
He cleared
It's
that
all
shit.
about what you say after.
Because we really would. The clip would be us killing him for allowing that conversation to play out.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
Literally.
if he just sat there like a spook on the fucking wall, then it's all right. That's a little weird, Mark. You know, you're normally a little bit more opinionated than that.
Right.
But I'm pretty, I don't see a scenario where he doesn't give a rebuttal. In every instance, he's the next person to speak after she says the N-word.
Mark, I don't know, man. I just seen like this is his thing. He has his. Everybody has a kryptonite. Everybody has that thing that like all
Racism
right,
conversations. Do
you
it
know,
for
like
him.
ooh, I'm sore there. Like don't touch me. And once he gets touched there, he just goes crazy. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just saying crazy. You know, whatever. But you know, he was intelligent up to this point. You know. Okay.
Damn, that's crazy. All right. Well, I'm never gonna see these white people again.
Yeah, nah, probably never again.
You probably never gonna support
one
black
on the
people
far
like this
right
again.
looks like a girl I went to high school with. Like they look like sisters to me.
Those two right there, the girl
Yeah.
you went to high school with, they look like sisters.
The two girls together on screen look like sisters, and then the girl on the far right looks like somebody I went to high school with. She doesn't look too far off from the other white chick. I don't know. They all look.
The racist girl looks like she shouldn't be racist. Like I don't think she's racist.
You
don't
like that?
want her to be racist.
Yeah, you like that.
You would prefer
just
she
like
love
her.
niggas, right?
Nah, it's not even about like that. I mean, I would bang, but that doesn't matter. But I'm just saying, there's not
You would lay.
there's
You was-
not a racist. I don't feel it.
You don't?
But maybe more racists should be talked to so that we can like
Identify.
know and identify.
Oh, so you
because
feel
there's
like
not
you-
enough rate. Like I don't know.
What do you think her motive is then? Like, what badge is she trying to earn by going up on Piers Morgan and being like, fuck it, I'm a racist? If that's what it takes.
She thinks she's being smart by having a grandstand point of free speech and she's using that as like her argument, but there's nuance within that. She's trying to make it black and white, which it isn't. And like, you know, the bitch is from Jupiter, dog. Hit the bell.
Office hours.
Partner at the end of the show, we get to talk to y'all. Hashtag office hours. Please leave our office hours. This is the only reason we do this, because y'all leave office hours. So please leave it. And follow us on all social media platforms, you know what I mean? Follow everybody, F-Mac. We talk about his Twitch. We're going to shout that out later. But, you know, support everybody. But we're about to get right into this thing. Apologies for the shorter episode. Again, this is not the university. This is just homeroom. The teachers let us run rampant. This is what happens when Loren isn't here.
Yeah,
you know
pretty
what I
much.
mean?
We need guidance.
We need hardcore Jamaican guidance. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't have fathers.
We didn't have fathers.
We need something to replace that.
Some of us didn't have fathers.
Well, yeah, actually, these two did.
Half the room.
The most well-adjusted niggas in here.
Yeah.
All right. Might be a correlation. Hashtag office hours. Do you find that some of the podcasts you watch are getting boring?
Yep.
For example, I was watching Brilliant Idiots and noticed Schultz was on his phone. I couldn't help but think, if he's bored, how is he supposed to entertain me? Not saying there weren't a few good moments, but by the end, I realized my time would have been better spent editing or recording. How are y'all watching content these days? Full episodes or just clips? Do you snooze through an entire JBP episode or thug it out with the no jumper news for the sake of journalistic integrity?
That last sentence is fucking insane.
What you mean?
There is nobody thugging it out. I would never thug it out on no jumper news. That is brain rot.
You wouldn't thug it out?
Hell no.
You are in your 30s, which makes you make better decisions. But trust me, there are a bunch of niggas who are sitting around waiting for a spark from that no jumper news.
That is crazy.
I used to work with them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The episode, I've done full episodes there. I won't even watch them shits back.
Yeah, nah.
I just skimmed to the part I was getting it cracking.
Your mama don't
Yeah, nah,
That's it, nigga. I'm skimming to the part where I set it off.
Yeah, nah.
And I'm in and out.
That's how you watch No Jumper. Though.
Yeah, bro,
It's
it.
Microwavable oodles and noodles.
Yeah, skim to the peak area.
I will say I'm watching a lot less of everything I used to watch. Like even Flagrant, I be looking at him like, who's this new miscellaneous white dude? Like, what does he do?
How do you keep a podcast entertaining for that many years? I mean, Brilliant Idiots did it for a while. Yeah. Well, so the thing with Brilliant Idiots is before the show started, Homeroom University, I had stopped watching Brilliant Idiots for like 3 years, easily. Maybe 4 years. I had just fallen off completely from watching it. And then,
So you left before Wax did.
Is that the timeline?
Maybe not. I might have left around the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. Not too long afterwards. I know I stayed around for a little bit. I don't know. I can't remember when Wax really left.
It wasn't like an official Bon Voyage.
Oh, what I will say that is I did leave before Wax became so permanent that he was sitting on the couch in the new studio.
So yeah, you left before Wax left.
I did leave before Wax did. That is correct. Yes. Yeah, I did.
You missed out on a lot of good shit.
Not really, because I did go back and watch some of the highlighted moments, but I had kind of naturally fallen off from it for some reason, though. I don't know. Yeah.
You started having bills to pay, dog.
I've been watching a lot of Tim Dillon.
I never watched Tim Dillon.
Tim Dillon's funny as shit.
Yeah. I don't want to hear politics. Fuck that.
It's not just I mean, he talks about a lot of goofy shit.
That's his base, though.
Pause his base. But you want to know what's funny? I think he he can do it. Like he's really on like a Bill Maher level of like good. Like he knows what he's talking about. He's being that's the thing. It's hard to take him serious when he's trying to be funny because it's all jokes. Yeah. But he makes valid points throughout the job. You know.
Who is he talking to? Is he just there ranting?
It's ISO.
It's a guy in the studio.
Yeah. Which
helps even if he doesn't say anything.
Right.
Like you just need
it
that
really
energy.
is. It's him and the engineer.
Yeah.
And he's going. Yeah. But
I'm curious, Michael, what do you edit?
Yeah, I got back on Brilliant Idiots when we started doing the show, and I was like, oh, let me get back on it.
Yeah.
And then everything changed because niggas was hitting us up from these shows. So then it was like, I don't know.
Can't watch it the same.
It's not
now.
the same no more.
Yeah.
Nigga texting me every time I do an episode. The
studio's not that
Getting on my
big
fucking
in life.
nerves. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you got this wrong. How about you stop watching me, nigga, so I can just watch it, you know, with some fun now still.
So let me go back to watching you in private.
right.
Watch you by myself.
Yeah, but I don't even
Ain't
watch.
fun when I'm
Yeah, I
getting
don't know.
watched
I
back.
do skip through it. I mean, and then it's like looking for different rotations too. Cause I don't know. I've had rotations from my entire podcasting thing, but I've taken breaks from them too.
Yeah.
Like when I wasn't watching Bray Idiots for those years, I had put No Jumper in its place probably. Because that was the T-Rail AD era and shit like that too. So it's like I supplemented with something else, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then come back to it. I'll pop in and out. Same with JBP. I'm heavy on it for a couple months. Clips only for a couple months.
I literally left that when Rory and Maul left. I was serious about that shit.
Yeah. You've always said that.
Yeah. JBP
And I really didn't look back ever since then. Like nothing, especially because, you know, some of them new niggas they was bringing in. I was like,
I started watching Bad Friends with
Santino.
Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino. Shit's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
It's pretty hilarious, yeah. And it's like I've watched enough now to where I don't understand all the lore in terms of like inside jokes with the niggas behind the cameras and shit like that.
One of these
but like
days-
I'm getting it though. I'm starting to pick up on certain shit.
One of these days when you do like your lore research, we gotta talk about Kalila and like that whole story.
It's a burnt out story. I have no idea. I have no problem talking about it again though. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Hey man.
I mean that whole thing, it was her.
Bobby Lee's a trick.
Her, Bobby Lee, Andrew Schultz is in that.
Yeah.
And what's the nigga from Fighter and the Kid?
Brendan Schaub.
Brendan Schaub.
But nah, the fact that you find
But
that
she's-
funny is hilarious.
It is though. Have you ever seen a full episode?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Nah. Well, I mean, I get why you're saying that. I can only really watch them when somebody else who I also think is funny is on there.
Like a Louis C.K. or something.
Like a Shane Gillis or like, you know, that whole,
They're
that
pretty-
world is in the mingle.
See, I watched a couple episodes. There was an episode where Bobby had his mom on. That shit was funny. I was like, all right. I fucked with it without guests.
Would you
several
see
times.
Bobby live?
I don't think my commitment's deep enough yet. To where if I take that back. If Bobby Lee was
He's
in
funny.
town, it popped up on my phone, Charlie Goodnights or comedy, whatever it's called.
$40.
40's pushing it.
General admission.
No, 40's not pushing it. He's
40's
funny.
pushing it.
And he's a legend. You gotta respect that.
40's pushing it. I didn't see Andrew Schultz for like 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, who
You know what I'm
cares about
saying?
Andrew?
Yeah,
It took like
that's-
5 years for me to see him in person.
Andrew Schultz ain't. Yeah.
I might go see Mark Gagnon next month.
I
I
saw
was
those
looking at them tickets. I was like, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, and he's straight because I seen him open for Schultz. So it's like, but that's they have a cheat code because we're bought into one person. You know what I'm
The
saying?
Rock dude, who's The Rock?
I don't know if I'm at Bobby Lee going buying a ticket yet. Though.
The Rock.
I don't know if I'm there yet.
The black dude.
Cam
Cam
Patterson.
Patterson.
Yeah. Fucking, That nigga, he be coming through here a lot.
He does come to Raleigh.
He
a
comes
lot.
to
Yeah, he
North
does.
Carolina is his thing. But Haitian King, hashtag office hours. Love the quality of the work y'all put in and still keep it laid back. Who won Potter of the Year last year amongst y'all and why? You can't choose yourself. Side note, do y'all think this is the same cousin that stole Kanye's laptop?
Part of the year between us and why?
We can't pick ourselves.
Does Loren count?
Loren counts.
Loren counts, right? We can incorporate him. F-Mac?
F-Mac counts. Cherry counts. Everybody counts.
Nah, they not counting all them.
Yeah, they're just counting.
Yeah, they
homeroom.
just counting homeroom.
I'm voting myself.
You're breaking the rules, though.
I don't care.
I don't know. I feel like that kind of disqualifies you, right?
Yeah.
Like somehow you can't be part of the mother.
All right, well, just to
Whoop,
keep
he's done.
Yeah, he's done.
I'll
I'll choose you.
between
Just
us.
choose it.
Yeah,
I'll
all
choose
right.
you.
Perfect.
Yeah, you the best, nigga.
Fair, nigga. You the illest nigga I know.
Nah, nigga,
illest
you.
nigga on the mic.
I want to be like you.
I'm just kidding.
I want to lose
I learned
20
it from
pounds and
you.
be like you.
Nigga, I'm trying to. I want a curly back just like you, nigga. Oh, let me stand like Justin.
Oh shit.
Haitian
Hashtag.
King.
Oh, we'll do this on LOY. We don't have enough Wilder Wise to just frivolously use shit on.
Well, we might need to do it because that was supposed to be on yesterday's episode.
So we'll do it on next week's.
Okay.
It's timeless. Plus, Lauren might be back by then.
Okay.
Hashtag office hours. How do y'all balance this YouTube stuff? Is this his second question?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I started the channel at the beginning of the year, and it's been going great. Views, likes, and subs are all steady growing. But I've noticed my free time has vanished. Between work and family, everything else is either recording, researching, or editing. How do you manage it? I really enjoy this YouTube shit, but I also like to eat, so I need to keep the job, and abandoning an amazing family is definitely frowned upon. Do y'all have a set schedule, or do you just wing it? And that Gary Owens Flagrant 2 was amazing. Oh, you know what's crazy? I think I actually did watch that Gary Owens shit. I didn't get all the way through it, though. That's what's been happening.
Right.
I mean, like,
starting and not finishing.
40 minutes, that's a good enough investment.
Right.
It was pretty pretty good.
But in terms of like, you know, balancing life with YouTube, there is no balance.
I was about to say, man,
I feel like we perfectly curated our lives to
gotta sacrifice that family, brother.
100% dedicated to this shit.
I was just about to say, like, I can't.
Gotta sacrifice that family, brother.
I talk to my mom. I talk to my mom a lot because of just proximity.
Yeah, right,
you know what I mean?
right,
Like,
yeah.
But even then, you
Gotta
know what I'm
sacrifice
saying?
that family,
hey,
playboy.
man, what means the most to you?
Yeah.
Let's ask you that. What you
'cause
care
Your
about?
son
nigga?
or your YouTube?
Not even like your.
Yeah,
if you cared about your son, you'd be focusing on your work, nigga.
I pissed my mom off. People can't get in contact with me.
Yeah.
That's real. The editing too.
Your mind will be in different places to where you don't even want to like have distractions.
Yeah.
Be there.
It depends.
Somebody, I can have something over. I'm ignoring her because I'm out here editing before I can go get the cheeks.
Yeah.
Like I gotta.
You're lying. You edited before the cheeks. I feel like you're an after. I feel like you're an after cheek editor. We was about to let him get away with that.
I can't believe it.
That nigga said, "Man, I put pussy on the line."
I can't believe it.
You fucking lying.
Yeah, this nigga was lying. To our face, too.
Nigga,
like, come on, dog.
Nigga, you went to Charlotte to watch a show and left us locked out the studio.
Yeah,
You
I
ain't
was
dedicated.
I was prioritizing.
And it was a Dom Kennedy show.
As it should be.
He prioritized his fucking childhood. No. It depends on where you at in life, though. Like, you know, me and him and F-Mac, we're a little bit on the younger end. So it's no kids, no serious bills, no debt. So it's like I molded my life to where this is the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
I can like leave my job at a whim. It all depends. But you are a little far gone, my brother. You already got kids, wife, mortgage.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like you got a different. You already have.
Where the fuck are my kids and wife at? I
And what?
Oh yeah, nah. But so they're fictional.
Right, I ain't got time for all that.
And it's like, yeah, Michael, honestly, man, I'll just skip making content and just try to edit our videos, honestly, you know, just to save time, be with your family. It kind of kills two birds with one stone. I mean, I don't know. But, just think about that, nigga. Just think about that.
I didn't know he was dropping. We need to. I'm gonna go to your channel right now.
But yeah, you should probably. I mean, the real answer is you gotta carve out some time, brother. Like even if you can't dedicate as much time as we do to this shit, which you shouldn't be comparing yourself to us. Like, you know, look at this. It's a completely different operation.
Yeah.
But even if you only got Sundays where you can do 2 hours of shit, just do that.
I'll do something. Hold on, because we're gonna have to go to our old YouTube video. That's what it is.
What you looking for?
His channel. I didn't know he was dropping YouTube videos.
Yeah, he said he started beginning of the year. You were just
saying, you know.
Yeah, you gotta
treat it like a hobby for real.
Yes.
Because you're not in a position to make this a career.
Yes, it has to be a hobby. You have to, in like a real hobby.
You lying ass nigga. Unless this is, there must be another page.
It probably is a different.
might be
It's gotta
another
be
page.
because you have.
I forgot we dropped.
I'm your first subscriber.
Oh yeah, we did, John.
All right, that's dope.
Yeah, it's got to be a different page.
Yeah,
gotta
it might be a different
page.
page, and even if it isn't, like
I'm your first subscriber. Yeah, you need to put that page in the comments.
Let me.
Yeah, Michael, don't put too much pressure on yourself, man. Like, you know what level are you trying to produce at? You only got one sub. It's not like it's a bunch of fiends waiting.
Type of that shit.
Niggas got to work at their own pacing. You know what I
go to the
mean?
next one.
You got to fit this shit around
That's the
your
last
kids' daycare.
That was the last office hours?
That was the last office hours in history.
Don't sound so excited, F-Mac.
That was an excitement.
Right,
And
damn,
make sure
he ready to
That's
go.
not real.
Yeah, and make sure you know what I'm saying. Y'all
it's
tune in
really-
to LOI. We dropped yesterday.
Oh yeah,
Looks like
everything's a day late. Honestly, I don't even know if this will be out by the morning. I'm pretty fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
This might come out Thursday.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thursday is better than those days.
Yeah.
So, be ready for that. And by the time you're hearing it, it's already out. So we're not even surprising you with nothing. It's here.
I got an audio. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. And watch a little while. We got 200 views. We need it.
In 5 hours. We ain't big shots, nigga. We ain't hit a Band-Aid in like a couple months.
Yeah, but
I feel like that whole switching to Monday shit really fucked niggas up.
I mean,
gotta recondition.
Not us, but like people who watch us, they might not even know.
Yeah.
They might have thought we stopped.
That weak ass title you put in.
Make it better, nigga.
Nigga said weak ass title.
Hey man, you can make yourself useful.
That hurts a YouTuber's heart.
I know.
You fuck nigga.
It really hurt my heart too bad.
It hurt.
I know his confidence is propagated. It's propagated on other niggas being worse and shit.
Nah.
I got a Roscoe audio.
Gotta let him do his thing.
Yes, sir. It's Roscoe with another office hours for you. Would you go to a Diddy party if you didn't have to do anything illegal or gay?
Yes.
Office hours.
That wasn't an office hours. That was an intrusive thought.
You're meeting a lot of people at a Diddy party.
Yes, of course.
But what if they want to spit in your mouth?
In fact,
I think you don't have to do nothing.
I think a lot of the parties were just, in fact,
networking.
Regular parties up until
The fact that you were invited to the party is the thing.
Yeah, and fucking that's just something completely different that you find out at the party. But actually going to the party is just a regular party.
No, but you know what he means when he says go to a Diddy party. He's not talking about the pregame.
He's talking about a freak off.
He's talking about the freak off. He's just saying that you don't.
You could just be a spectator.
Yeah, like Cat Williams.
He didn't say that, and that's not what I got from that question.
That's not what I got either.
Thank you, F Mac. Thank you.
Air dab.
It doesn't make y'all right. Y'all could both be stupid at the same time.
It also doesn't make you fucking right either.
I've been yet to be proven wrong. Run it back again. Let me see.
He didn't say anything. He just said
a Diddy party.
It sounded like he said none of the freaky shit, meaning like just a regular party.
Yes, sir. It's Roscoe with another office hours for you. Would you go to a Diddy party if you didn't have to do anything illegal or gay? Office hours.
You still got to do heterosexual
Pretty fucking
shit.
simple.
Heterosexual shit is sex with multiple women and doing drugs. That's pretty heterosexual.
Because you could technically
that's
go.
That's non-binary.
Yeah, but doing drugs is illegal, and you don't have to do that based on what
But
he
you do
asked.
drugs now.
You don't
they're illegal,
have
so
to,
you
but
would
it's
do 'em.
available.
You know, but at a Diddy party, that was the question, AJ. Let's stick to the question, dog.
But you do drugs now, so that's okay.
We in the universe of his question, nigga.
We're in this universe.
No, nigga, it's a different universe.
What? None of that shit makes sense, nigga. I think he means during the freak offs.
That's not.
But the thing about
just because you do this
hold on.
and touch your knee doesn't mean you're right, dog.
The thing about the freak offs is that there's pussy being slain too. So I think in his imaginations, he's saying like, "Yo,
You're going to the orgy.
Would you be down with the feng shui if you don't have to do the feng gay?"
That's not what he's saying.
He kept it very simple, dog, so we can infer whatever the fuck we want to.
Good Lord.
Yo, one thing about this podcast is, or any question on office hours or at YLOI, y'all have to be real specific.
You have to be
Or
specific.
this shit will
Because
go left.
He
nigga.
asking if you would piss in
able to answer
Cassie
the
mouth.
question at all.
Huh?
He's asking if you would piss in Cassie mouth.
That's illegal, right?
No, that's legal.
That's perfectly
Yeah,
legal.
but no
Nigga,
sexual
urine
activity.
is sterile.
Just-
Wait, what?
He also said no sexual activity, right?
No, you're fucking up the question,
And
dog.
yo, stop trying
You're
to put me
fucking
in
up
like
the
your
question.
shit. That's
He's
not
saying,
what I'm
would you
answering,
go
nigga.
to the Diddy
I'm
party if you didn't have to do anything gay? That doesn't mean you don't fuck nothing. You just fuck women.
Yeah, he just said no gay.
No gay, because
Yeah,
he
so he just
already
hit-
knows just saying the Diddy party, he's imagining where
The
our
baby oil
imaginations
women.
are going.
I don't know if I'm interpreting
where
this
were
question
your
wrong,
imaginations
dog.
going?
Hey, man, what do you? I don't know.
I'm interpreting it as
Y'all were on the
I'm
same
drinking
page
and dapping niggas up.
I'm
at this party.
interpreting it as he thinks, Roscoe, he thinks that the party in itself is just fucking. So, like,
Yeah.
no.
That's what I've been saying this whole time,
No,
nigga.
but that's
And
not
F-Mac,
what it is. That's not the
if
reality.
that were true, what would be the point in asking the question? Like, why would he be like, yo, would you want to be in a room with a bunch of famous niggas if you didn't have to do nothing?
Because
like that's an obvious yes.
Because now you're on the list. If you were invited
'cause,
and you
yeah,
actually
just going
went,
is
there
a
are
problem.
pictures. Now it's
Oh
like,
my
okay, I've been
God.
there. Now all this shit's going
Thank
crazy,
you,
and
F-Mac.
I'm there.
Take off your tinfoil hat, nigga. That don't make no fucking sense.
That does make sense.
That's the wackiest.
No, because Drewski had that same shit happen to him. People were like, "How you were invited to that shit back in this year?"
Yep.
He was like, "Nigga, I wasn't even famous yet."
Yep.
Just because he was on some kind of list, maybe he got an invitation later. An invitation is enough.
That's all it takes.
If I was actually there,
For what?
That's a liability.
For what?
I like that word, liability.
For what?
I like that word, F-Mac.
Don't reply to him. He's getting out of this.
Don't
For
be
what?
a liability.
For what?
For what? For what?
Exactly, nigga. Fuck you.
For what? For what?
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Yeah, nah. He's purposely avoiding.
I don't know if I
the
answered. I don't know if I answered, but yeah, fuck it. Why not?
That's what I'm saying, AJ. You don't got nothing bad shit. What
In
else you
relation to that, what more office hours for you? What was the best time y'all ever had being blackout drunk or off the drugs? Was it a college party? You know, a concert? Y'all kicking it with a bitch? What was the best time y'all had being out y'all mind on drugs or alcohol?
That's a great question right there.
Well, I mean, the best substance that I've ever like ingested has got to be shrooms. Just in terms of like,
I'm going shrooms.
you
too.
take something and then you get an experience after. Shroom high is better than drunk. It's better than weed high. Haven't tried 𝙬𝚃𝚃 yet, but I can imagine that it's shitting on that as well. It's like shroom high is probably the best.
I would say my first shroom trip was probably the best.
I
haven't had a bad one.
I never took X.
I haven't had a bad one yet. I just took
That's a gay
shrooms
drug.
during last Dreamville too. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Great experience.
The feeling that you get off ecstasy, you get with shrooms plus some.
Nah,
Alcohol
because it's just
and, like,
jubilation.
Alcohol and like sex never really have like matched up for me very well.
It's not great.
Pretty much, I go to sleep. I'm like, if I'm really that, I've never been blackout drunk, but if I'm drunk to where I think most people or other people that do get blackout would be blackout drunk, I'm normally so exhausted or drunk that I can't do nothing but lay down anyway.
Oh no!
I've never been blackout.
I just
drunk.
can't finish.
Yeah,
I'll just keep going.
Same with shrooms. Have you ever tried to fuck on shrooms?
It's kind of like whatever.
Like it sucks.
But
dog.
it works.
First of all, like I don't know. It's something about when you high on shrooms to where you can never do what you really want to do. Like so much other shit gets in between whatever your real purpose was.
Yeah,
niggas just get distracted. So like trying to fuck her took like an hour just of us laughing at shit.
Yeah.
Then when I was fucking, I was like, yo, this is pointless.
Yeah,
it didn't even feel like nothing. It's like when you high on shrooms, you can't feel moisture.
Yeah.
I got a video of my shroom trip that Loren took when I was in here tweaking off the shrooms for the first time, bopping to some instrumentals. Nigga, I was having the time of my life.
Bobbing the instrumentals.
Yeah, look at this shit.
I can see that now.
Some lo-fi.
It might have been lo-fi, honestly.
Some Dom Kennedy.
Maybe some Bigger Sean.
Big Sean type beats. You need to be jailed.
Yo, why it's so dark in this mother?
Oh my god, the mouse is doing mouse things again.
I don't know.
I think that might have been you, brother.
Nah, I was just lagging.
Tweaker, nigga.
We can't even see the drool that was coming from that.
Literally. I'm crying too.
Make it emotional. Is everybody else high too?
It was just me and Loren.
That nigga's in the studio together.
He was sober. I was the only one tripping balls. I ate a whole eighth. I'm still crying. Fighting them tears.
You're crying because of how beautiful everything is?
Yeah.
I never did that on shrooms.
You haven't cried on shrooms?
You never cried on shrooms?
Nah, I'm a
you
real
got,
nigga.
Bro, you need therapy or something.
Yeah,
dog.
you might because
you know,
I'm
you
bad.
got some pent up shit.
Yeah, no, that's real. Because I didn't cry for like 5 years, nigga. They all came out during that shroom trip.
You ain't do it right.
Jay, when's the last time you cried, bro?
Huh?
When was the last time you cried?
It's been a while, but I don't think that I think shrooms are supposed to make you cry, right? These niggas cried, they hard body.
No, it's not hard.
Gotta cry.
They're tough guys.
It's not a cry every time kind of thing, but there's an emotional purge that eventually happens.
So far, I have cried both times I've taken shrooms.
Both times?
He's on both times.
Yeah.
One time, it's like, okay, you get it.
You
get
didn't
it,
know that was going to happen, maybe.
He's just more traumatized than me, maybe.
Nah, well, the first time it was like I took a whole eighth, nigga. I'm really tripping balls. You know what I'm saying? So I cried a couple times, and it had been years. But then the second time when I took shrooms was at Dreamville, and her started singing that "Waiting for You." It did it.
Yeah.
Tripping balls off in here live, nigga. She's right there.
You're not in tune with your emotional side.
Yeah, that was some real shit.
I'll be real, man. I want to try it. I do.
You've never done.
I
forgot you the most straight lazy nigga I've
Not
met.
this immediate moment, but like,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
I do want to try it. Like at least sometime.
You said, fuck it, goddamn. It's fucking Tuesday, nigga.
Yeah, I got some chocolate
tomorrow.
shrooms though. That's probably they're great too.
You said what?
Chocolate shrooms,
Oh, so they don't taste like shit.
chocolate bars. Yeah,
Yeah.
It sounds like that's the first time you ever heard of that.
yeah.
It is, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not well versed.
I do want
Make
to try
them
the
in the
capsule or the tea. I heard the tea moves pretty quick. The chocolate hit though. That bitch hit in like 30 minutes. It didn't take long.
You ever ate the raw caps?
Like straight mushrooms. That was my first trip. I put the fucking eighth in a NutriBullet and put some orange juice in there because that helps break it down and activate it faster.
I googled that shit. They said it's pseudoscience,
Yeah, it worked on me.
but it works.
Yeah.
It meant it like the whole placebo of it.
Yeah, so I literally blended mushrooms with orange juice and drank it.
I literally chew mine up and then I'll drink water and like just swallow it.
It took forever for me to get it out my teeth. Oh, that shit was terrible.
That's the even
Yeah,
to
that
think
was
about
a-
it now. It makes me
that was the worst.
yeah.
That was the worst part. I almost wish I'd have like ate them more whole instead of chopping them up in the NutriBullet into like
Shrooms are
minced.
fucking
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
it gets all minced up and it gets up in the gums.
It was
and
all
shit.
in my teeth, nigga, for like 30 minutes waiting for it to set in. I'm like picking shrooms out my teeth. So that shit was kind of whack.
I was high off shrooms a couple days ago watching Timmy Turner, and that shit fucked me up. I feel like I was reading too deep into
Talking about
whatever
that
the fuck they were telling.
No, the cartoon.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
Designer. Where is that nigga? Oh yeah, last time we saw him, he was beating his
Jail.
meat on the plane.
Or mental institution.
House arrest, I think. He was beating off on the plane. That was the last big headline.
Yeah. Hey man, wish you would have took off.
What?
What you mean? What you mean?
Well, I mean, I'm saying I wish I would have took like his career, nigga. Like,
Oh. That was
y'all
right on
niggas
the
gay, man.
That's all
Y'all
I'm
niggas gay.
Nah,
God damn it.
It was on the back end
There's
of another
nothing wrong with
statement,
it.
though.
If you like gay people, like the video.
Yeah, so like it for Jay Noble's sake. nigga.
Come on, man.
Yeah, so shrooms for sure. For sure.
Yup. F Mac,
Not even close.
how's sobriety treating you, brother? Or do you have a favorite substance?
What's your favorite square drug?
Pre-workout
Caffeine, tea,
Pre-workout.
pre-workout.
is
Flintstones multivitamins.
fire. That one's great too.
He's not. Oh, you haven't tried that many. Yeah.
Core,
Yeah, I
core
haven't
power
really-
milk, nigga.
Yeah, that was good. Fair
Yeah,
life.
we didn't even know like your first time smoking. was here.
Pediasure.
I remember when that happened. We were like, "You never done this before?"
Yeah.
You were
with
just
that.
like, "Fuck it,
Yeah.
I'm ready to try it."
Feel like I was endangering a minor.
Right? That shit was crazy.
No, this nigga.
I was trying a bunch of different shit at the time, but I never tried an actual joint.
A bunch of what were you trying
Yeah,
at the
what
time?
other-
Like
What's a
trying it, I
bunch
mean,
of-
like gummies.
Oh, okay.
Or
Oh,
like
I
different,
got
like
you.
infused teas
I
and
got
shit
you.
like that,
I
and I
got
never
you.
liked it.
It's trash.
Yeah.
It's trash.
I just don't like feeling out of control like that. That shit like stresses me out.
You
Gotta let go, nigga.
Yeah, I
No.
was gonna say you gotta,
You gotta
learn how
let
to
go,
be
nigga.
free,
But he's
nigga.
actually like that's a good thing. That means he's healthy.
Yeah,
Because we get fucked up to avoid shit. Just deep down.
pretty much.
But the
That's
only-
all it is, dog.
But
I
the-
took shrooms because I said I gotta recenter. It's time. I've
Need
been
some
researching
grounding.
for a long time. I need to recenter.
That's what I'm hoping my view will be. But I always hear people say like, "Yo, nigga, you got to be in the right mindset for that shit before you
You do.
it."
Don't let. It's not as hype as people made it seem. Even though it took me 10 years to like work up to it, but like it's not as serious as people make it seem. Because I'll say on my first shroom trip, I felt like I saw the crossroad visually. I saw that motherfucker, and it was like you can have a good trip or a bad trip. Which one do you want? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a good trip. And then it was as simple as that.
No
It
brainer.
wasn't. Yeah, like I didn't have like a moment where I took it and it was just like hours of spiraling out of control. I did not feel like that at all.
You see, I took them after I already knew how to be high. Like I had mastered weed, I had drunk,
right.
so I know how to like keep my consciousness while under the influence. So I wasn't really worried about that shit.
It's professional junkie.
My sister, on the other hand,
freaked the fuck out.
She had a bad trip, and like the whole lore of a bad trip, like it's possible, but it's not as freaky as people.
It's not as freaky.
It's not as scary. Well,
It
actually,
can fuck you up, though.
And now that I think about it, the worst trip I ever had was when we was in the studio, the 47 chamber, and we was just. It wasn't even bad. It just felt like we were gonna be that high forever, and so we was like, okay.
We took 4 grams of shrooms, and it
Damn.
literally felt.
I think it might have been more.
It literally felt like I was watching myself live.
Yeah,
but,
you were high. That's
but
a lot, bro.
I was empty though. I was just an empty shell. Like, is this what life is without a soul?
Niggas was
like,
so.
I swear to God,
that's a lot.
Niggas was so immersed
4+
in the
grams
experience.
is heavy.
Yeah,
That's heavy. Yeah.
Nigga, we was literally. I was sitting there,
And those were
melting.
caps too?
No, it's regular shrooms.
Yeah, regular shrooms.
Like the actual
Well, yeah,
mushrooms?
caps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But nah,
we
yeah,
was.
he was high.
I was literally mentally preparing. I was like, "Yo, this nigga Justin's gonna have to move in, dog, because
I can't
if we're
breathe.
gonna be like this forever, somebody's got to take care of us."
Yeah, like,
I was looking. I was like, "Yo, you can sleep on the floor."
and we might save money living together.
Yo, what the
But
fuck?
nah, niggas was high though. Niggas
That's a
was high.
lot. Yeah, because I mean,
But we came
I'd
back
do it
though.
again, though. I would do it again.
Yeah, we came back.
I want to
Especially now that
do a
I've
full
already,
eighth again. A full eighth is a full trip. That's a real life trip. Like
But
that's.
I will
That's the
say,
one.
That's it. You know what I'm
For
saying?
an
Anything
eighth-
under that is a microdose.
in
No,
terms of a
not
house,
anything under that is
Okay,
a
that's not
microdose.
true.
No.
Not
If you
anything
take
under
2.5 grams,
You gonna
you're
feel that
gonna
shit.
You're
get
high.
you're gonna get what you need to. It's just it gets more vivid and it lasts a little bit longer once you hit that 8th mark.
When you hit that eighth, that's when it's like this
thing
is.
that
But it's
worries
like-
me is also the story that you were saying how you guys felt like it was gonna be forever. I had that shit happen to me when I had an infused tea.
Oh, okay. Well, edibles do last forever.
Yeah, and
edible is like a 5. It's like a 6-7 hour thing.
But it's kind
or
of
5 to 7.
it's kind of like
It was strong as shit. I took too much. I took a lot.
You
But
took
shrooms in
infused
itself,
tea.
it's gonna be the same thing. Shrooms is a 6-hour journey. 5 minimum.
yeah, like
4.5, 5
Yeah.
for sure.
Especially once
and then
you-
you dragging off those last 2 or 3 hours.
If you take at least 2.5 grams, it's gonna get up there. It's gonna get up
Yeah.
there. But the thing, and what we went through was extreme.
Right.
You're not gonna reach
You're not
that
going.
level.
You're not going 4+ grams.
You're not
off the
doing
rip.
that.
That's-
You're not
go-
a junkie.
4 is like 3.5. You're at the doorstep. 4, you're like you crack the door, but you're not really in the house yet. But
You're
that
in the
is
house.
no. But it's the there's
You're in
another
the house,
level.
dog.
You're in the house
You're
at
in the
3.5. At 4+,
Nah.
you're
Well,
on top of the
nah.
roof.
Nah, you're not in the house. You're just feeling
3.5. You're fingering the doorbell.
No.
Once you get to 4, it's cracked, and like you like, oh fuck, I don't even know if I want to go in this
No,
house.
nigga, I just said it right the first time. Listen, but I'm saying that it's the
You haven't cried off
It's-
shrooms. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Shut
you
up.
don't. Yeah.
You literally don't
I
know.
can't believe you haven't cried off shrooms.
because
That's crazy.
I'm emotionally intelligent.
That has nothing to do with it. That's nothing. If you're emotionally intelligent, you would remember the last time you cried.
Yeah,
How so?
because you're
Describe
emotionally
that.
intelligent.
I don't know. I don't know why we're. I don't know why we're using
Say
emotionally
it.
intelligent. But
Come on.
if you were in tune with your emotions, you'd be feeling them, all of them, more frequently, which
Yeah.
means you would cry at. You would remember your last cry.
You would have had a couple good cries, like just like I came so long.
The fact
I
that
take that back. It wasn't sure. Yeah, I did cry outside of that.
I mean, look, the fact that I've taken shrooms and like different various drugs and I haven't lost my mind means that, I'm a certain level of sane.
Nah, means you're.
That means you might be missing something that everybody else got.
Yeah, literally. Like there's a piece of life that you're not
Did
experiencing,
you feel
brother.
more in tune with yourself when you were high?
Probably felt more super.
Yeah,
he
more-
probably
more
felt like
regular.
coke.
I just felt, I was high. Especially once you take 3.5, like you're high. Like there's no
You fucked up.
There's no
3.5,
like
nigga, you up there.
there's no like faking like you're chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like weed.
The whole
you know?
world know.
Yeah. Nah.
Oh yeah, you tripping for real. You need to be in. You need to be. You don't need to be in public. On
Nigga, I need
3.
to try.
No,
But-
you can be in public on
but,
3.
man,
you just and
I wouldn't
you
start
can't
off
worry
with a
about looking
3.5.
cool.
I'm not.
Especially with
I'm
you,
not ready for that yet.
I would say for you, like maybe
2.5.
No, 2 grams.
2.5.
Bro, I
dog.
remember AD used to talk about like
Listen to
doing
me,
these
don't
shrooms and shit. That nigga would take shrooms and go to the
never
club.
cried.
That is crazy.
Shrooms and go to the club. I can see it.
That's crazy.
I can see it, dog. Once you've done it a couple times. Like I've been high. I've been high off shrooms at work. Wasn't too crazy, but it's like I've done it. I've driven off shrooms.
I get that. I can go to the club, but it has to be like my homie's the doorman. I'm behind the DJ booth because he's my homie too.
Right.
I also got free drinks. I'm just I don't have to worry about shit.
Yeah.
Nobody's bumping into me.
Exactly.
I could be in
Then you
public
could do
spaces,
that, then.
but it has to be that type.
It has to be really controlled.
I feel safer off the shrooms. I feel like I'm alert to everything that is going on in the world.
I'm too alert.
I think it's the right amount.
I remember when I was on shrooms off of me and my homegirl Loren, when we walked through this one group of people, and I was like, this shit, I don't like this area.
You spotted every detail.
She was like, yeah, this shit don't feel good over here. Like the vibe, you feel niggas' energies for real. And I don't never talk like that. I don't do crystals, unlike these niggas, you know what I'm saying? I'm really true to this.
Don't try to throw us away like that. Nigga, you use bidets.
That's just hygiene. It has nothing to do with higher frequencies.
That's not
spiritual
hygiene. That's-
protection.
You getting sexually exploited, nigga.
By your
Fuck. And it's under the guise of being clean. You fucking what?
All right, you got it. But yeah, you can feel niggas' energy. Like you walk past a nigga, you're like, nope. You don't want to be around these people.
Especially when you're high. But nah,
shrooms is amazing.
You'll like shrooms.
That's some real superpower shit. Shrooms are.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I want to microdose and create though, like right. Because I try to do it off of a full trip. It's too much. The trip is, I can't be writing shit down while I'm tripping balls. Like I need to microdose in order to do something creative for sure. I can't be too high.
Anything under 0.9, I would say is
like a creative.
Is a microdose.
Yeah.
Once you get to 1, it's like, come on, dude. Like
you're high. You're not stupid high. But you're in there.
Even 0.8 is honestly a lot. Like
for the faint of heart.
0.3 to 0.6 is all you ever need. Maybe 0.7 if you're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Because, 7 is just that weird number. It's like, you couldn't.
Similar topic. What's the hardest drug y'all would try? Y'all would consider?
Shrooms was it? Well,
Shrooms
I said I would do coke.
Yeah, probably that. Oops. Yeah.
I think that's it though.
Nah, I wouldn't. I don't think I would fuck with coke.
I want to do it like
maybe ketamine.
I want to do it like right in the jungle.
Ketamine.
Too many people have done ketamine to where it's like, all right, I feel safe. Ketamine is is the Europe's cocaine.
Okay. I feel like I did a hard drug when I did K2. When I smoked K2, I felt like that was a hard drug.
You did it on purpose?
Yeah, because we thought it was marketed as something that was like a weed substance. It wasn't by the time y'all were on it, we didn't get that marketing.
Wait, no. Niggas in jail was on it. That people
before it became a jail thing, it was like, yo, there's this thing you can buy at the store called K2. It's like synthetic weed. It's lit. And it was like kind of like
𝙿𝙻𝙰𝚃.
Kind of like
THCA.
Four Loko before they took the caffeine out of it. It was just like marketed as some okay shit. So we bought some. Nigga.
Y'all was the test dummies.
Nigga, that was crazy. I'd never smoked that shit again. I was like, nah, this is fucked.
Bro, I know a nigga who lost his mind smoking K2.
I know. I feel like I dodged a bullet. So yeah, I think that might have actually been the hardest drug I ever did.
Nigga, you better off trying catnip for real.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. We were driving and we pulled over and laid on the ground in the middle of a parking lot.
On the ground?
On the ground.
Was your skin crawling and shit?
Nah, it was just like niggas couldn't move for real.
Yo, your life could have pivoted. Like, what if he would have liked the K2?
If I would have never like came out of that and just stayed, I'd have been fucked.
Yo,
that shit was intense, bro. Yeah, K2 was definitely the hardest drug I've ever done.
I can't believe that.
19?
God
20?
damn.
19, 20? Yeah.
Mad early.
Yeah.
Mad early. Yeah, you gotta wait until you're close to death to do.
But that was
something
before
like
it was like, okay, take this out the stores. That was before then. It was in all the smoke shops before. You're supposed to just buy it in the smoke shop.
You telling us that for what?
I'm just saying that's where I got it. I'm just saying that's where I got it. We didn't like find a K2 dealer. It was like go into the smoke store. Hey, nigga, we got that. You know that K2 shit y'all been hearing about? We got it. Oh shit.
Well, nigga, it piqued your interest. I felt a lot of disdain for THCA and 𝙿𝙾𝚃 for months, for
Right.
years.
And then he became an Aki smoker.
Well, my homie was, it didn't kill him. I was like, fuck it. I guess I'll try it.
It wasn't K2.
It wasn't K2.
Yeah.
K2 even sounds
K2's
like
bad. K2's bad, bro.
K2
It sounds like a chemical.
I almost like when you said it, I was like, he joking. He ain't
No, I'm dead
fucking
serious.
K2.
I'm so
the
serious.
nigga still has all his teeth.
Yeah,
Because when
yeah.
you think of K2, it's like, all right, is that like on the same level as embalming? What's it
I
called?
feel like
Embalming
they
fluid?
drench it with embalming fluid.
Yeah.
They might, honestly. It was a wild high, bro. It was really a wild high. And it didn't.
You
and
just
it didn't,
inhaled butane.
And it didn't last long either. Like that intensity was 45 minutes, maybe a full hour, and then I was good again. But it was a rough little 45 minutes to an hour.
Got junkie high.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it was weird. So that is actually the worst drug I've ever taken, like accidentally. I thought that was some safe shit. I thought it was gonna be lighter than weed, like regular weed. You know what I'm saying? Kind of find out it was something completely different.
You gotta wait for some shit to be out for a while.
Yeah, no more experimental drugs for me.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
Molly
maybe
was
some
going.
lean.
Maybe
some lean, like because he said hard.
I try some syrup.
Maybe
and I
just
don't
to
know if
try
that's
it.
really necessarily considered a hard
It
drug.
technically
but,
is because it's an opioid.
but I would definitely I'd
a
take a
sip.
sip.
Yeah,
I'd take
I
a
would,
sip.
yeah. I'll tell my grandma to go to the doctor for it. Sure. If it was that accessible, like if she, my grandma's in Virginia or like not Virginia, but
Yeah.
But if it was possible, like I would tell her to do that.
Yeah,
Like get a
why
cough real
not?
quick.
Yeah, you probably better off hitting up one of the homies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
I almost forgot about that K2 shit. It's serious.
You almost
Almost.
forgot everything in your life on
Yeah,
that case.
honestly.
Yeah, nah.
Forgetting everything happened in my life before then is a blur.
Oh my goodness. Hopefully this episode not a blur for y'all.
Right.
Make sure y'all like the video.
Oh wait, is there anything else? Sorry.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, like the video
And,
try
yo,
some K2. Let
and-
us know how it goes.
And ask your friends if they've ever done hard drugs.
Oh, speaking of drugs, I'm not gonna say your name, brother, because federal reasons. But shout out to that classmate that sold me some drugs. He's actually the nigga that gave me the shrooms.
Oh, word.
I think I just connected those dots. Yeah, he's the one I bought the shrooms from. So yeah, good shrooms from you. Hey, F Mac, if you need a guy, we got a guy in the comments.
We have a guy in the comments.
I'll connect you with him.
What type of shrooms?
Penis envies.
I want some shrooms.
Okay.
Well, I have some.
I like Golden Teachers. That's probably like my favorite shroom.
Why are you saying it like you tried more than two, nigga?
I've tried at least 4.
Which ones?
Golden Teachers, Penis Envies, the blue caps. I forgot what the blue mushrooms, and like some other like weird off-brand looking one.
And you ain't cried yet?
Am I hearing this right? It's penis envy?
Yeah, it's Penis Envy.
Why is it called that?
Because that's the name of the mushroom.
Yeah,
Nigga,
it's
don't
the name of the
discriminate.
Hey man, fun guy.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what
Yeah.
it's called. Google it.
You don't want to have fun, nigga? It's in the name. Guys too.
Fun guy.
But
Sure.
yeah.
On that note,
Hashtag office hours. Make sure you leave them for next week so we can answer your questions. And yeah, make sure y'all, try to have a good week. We'll try to do the same, man. Again, shorter episode for Mother's Day and whatnot. But hey, man, J Nobles.
Tone Groove.
AJ the Menace.
Am I on the boards?
That's me.
And we're out.